welcome back to the Kings.
Yeah, welcome back to We Are Wanted Criminals. Welcome back to Let's Fuck Off Away From Here.
So, when last we left off, the party made their way through Cavus and made it to the beach just outside of town where they found black pearl-bearing clams to give to Enchanter Yaramir in Wintervale. They perused the vendors in the market square, buying some unique trinkets, and where Hardrada got himself into a scuffle with one of the fishermen in town, causing the guards to take him away to the dungeons for his crimes. The party attempted to enact a plan to break him out, which went awry, and had to escape town in the night. They had been encamped near the city in a shallow sandstone cave, getting supplies from their ally on the inside of the city, Winn-Dixie. Weighing their options on the fate of Hardrada, locked deep within the town's dungeons where he currently sits, his magic gone thanks to an anti-magic field built within the dungeons, his pleas to Korn go unanswered for the last 3 days.
I mean, at least he wasn't executed the very next day.
And Hardrada, that's where we pick up with you.
Okay, if you could please turn down the music a little bit.
God.
Yes. How's that?
A little bit more, please.
How's that?
That's pretty good. I can't exactly see where I am right now.
But
I
you
mean,
can
like,
see...
I can see a tiny square.
Yep. Well, because you're in a prison cell.
Okay, can I... What is this thing?
That is the door to the prison cell.
Can I attempt... Do I still have the strength from earlier?
I'll say yeah.
Can I attempt to pry open the bars?
Sure, roll a strength check.
7, 8, 9. 9. That's probably gonna fail.
Yeah, so in your attempt to pry apart the bars, it doesn't work. Whether from not being fed very well, being just low on energy.
Are there guards outside of the, like, cell?
You can't see any from your vantage point, but you do hear, like, guards walking around and making noise and talking.
I attempt to beckon one of the guards.
Okay. What do you say?
As, like, I hear one, I say, I say to the guards, yeah, I say, no, I say to the guards, look at me, I've broken out of my chains.
And as you do, a guard walks in on just doing like a normal routine kind of patrol. And as you say this, you do gather his attention, and he stands in front of the bars in front of you.
I ask him how's his day been.
He does not answer you, surprisingly enough.
Can I reach through the bars? Or are they too small?
No, I mean, you can try to, but I would say he's not within, like, melee range for you to, like, grab him.
Oh, okay.
So maybe he's, like, a good, 5 feet back.
I say, watch this, and I attempt to pry open the bars again.
Okay, roll another strength check.
0.
As you do that, he amusingly looks at you and says, cute.
The idea of a dwarf going, watch this, and then struggling at the bars like... Oh, it's hilarious.
So as you're trying to do this and distract him, you see him kind of lose interest a little bit and says, "Don't worry, your day is coming."
Yeah, and when will that day be here?
And turns around and walks away.
Damn.
As he does, you hear the footsteps like go down the hallway and get quieter and quieter and quieter as he leaves your immediate vicinity. And you hear, on the other side of the dungeon, you hear like a knock on the door. And what looks to be some kind of like nobleman starts to walk down the corridor to your jail cell specifically, and says, the governor will see you now. And behind him walks two more guards who have the anti-magic field manacles in their hands.
I go willingly.
Okay, so they unlock your cage and put your hands in the manacles. And they start to escort you down the hallway and out of the dungeon and up the stairs back into the main keep. They take you as you follow them, still willingly, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. They take you up the stairs and into the main entrance area of the governor's manor, and they begin to walk you up the large double wide stairs that go up to the further top room, and they knock on the door, and you hear, 1 second, 1 second. And they wait, and the door finally opens up, and inside you see a very well-dressed, heavier-set man, bald, with like just a little bit of almost like a monk ponytail in the back, and a goatee and like a large scar across the right side of his face. And he says, "Well, bring him in," and then you go in willingly. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So the man that you assume would be the governor walks across the room and stands behind a desk, and he has his hands on top of the desk and he's looking at you intently. The guards bring you up in front of the desk and sit you down in front of a chair sitting before him.
I say, "Hello there, how's your day been?"
He says, "Well, dealing with the likes of you, not very well, I would say."
Look, I'm gonna get straight to the point. You already know I killed the dude.
Oh, that I do.
However, might I request a parlay from my execution? A little bit of a talk about why I killed him. You see, I didn't mean to, for one. And two, he attacked me. Or, well, he tried to attack me.
And he says, "And I believe you with that. See, you're lucky that today I have more pressing matters on my mind. You could say that I'm thinking of the bigger picture, so to speak. My guards tell me that your friends are quite capable. They tried to break in an attempt to get you out. We've been looking for them for the past 3 days, but we haven't found any sight of them."
If you think I'm going to sell out my friends, you are poorly mistaken.
Oh, there's no need for you to sell out your friends. They'll be found eventually. My guards have already checked the entire city. Now they're working on the outskirts.
You might find it harder than you think.
We've dealt with such people in the past. But, on to my point. I take it you're new here in vud'ar, yes? Kabas, specifically?
Yes. I've never been here before.
Well, what a way to leave an impression, yes?
Yeah, pretty much.
And he kind of leans back in his chair and he says, "Luckily for you, I'm in need of a group of capable individuals such as you and your friends."
And why not just hire other adventurers?
Well, I could, but I have in the past, and they've proven useless at best.
Fair.
Not quite up to the level of some of the stories I've heard about you. I do
Oh,
know the
you
Hydra's
mean-
head is after you. Are they not?
They would be, indeed.
Well, wouldn't it be a shame if they somehow knew right where you were? You and your friends. I might even just give you over to them. For a price, of course. But I don't want to do any of that. I have, let's say, a job for you. Should you decline, well, we can always execute you or give you to that band of mercenaries. But if you accept, you can walk out of here with your freedom today, right now.
Might I ask what this job is?
Oh, nothing major, just a little political assassination.
Ooh, sounds fun.
Hello. I'm in.
I'll tell you what, this is the problem. I feel that the current sultan, that dirty dragonborn, has overstayed his welcome. I feel like I should be in charge of things. Sure, most people love him. They think he does a well enough job. But they don't know him like I do. He's useless. He's a puppet. He doesn't have a thought in his mind that's his own. So, you and your friends, you just make your way to play Xula and make sure he's out of the picture. Then I will handle the rest.
And how do I know you won't just backstab me as soon as we get him out of the way?
Because I could kill you right now if I wanted to.
Yeah, but I might just be a little pawn in your game as you are of his.
Well, think of it like this. It'll still be a death sentence, but you'll have a little bit more time with your friends. This is the deal. There's no other option. It's this or death.
I guess I can at least give it my best shot.
And don't worry, if you betray me, I know people who can find you easily enough.
Like
So,
the Hydra's head?
That's my guarantee to you. Oh, you think the Hydra's head is bad? No. No, I have other methods.
Okay, how long do I have to take out this hit?
Well, you have as long as you need. But if for some reason I feel like you've betrayed me or not carried out your mission, let's say 2 months. If I hear nothing from you, I'll just assume that you've betrayed me. Sound fair?
Sounds fair enough. But
Good.
does that mean I have to assassinate him in 2 months, or just does that mean I have to assassinate him within 2 months? Or does that mean that I will have to make progress in 2 months towards assassinating him?
I want him dead by 2 months. If you feel you're not up to the task, by all means, the guillotines are out in the town square if you just want to get right to it. And he
I
waves
guess
to one
I'll
of the-
attempt it.
And he waves to the 2 guards that are standing behind you and wave over to them, and they walk up with a pair of keys and unlock the manacles.
Merci. May I make a dramatic exit now?
You may, he says.
I use fog cloud and then walk out and then collapse it.
Okay. He seems unfazed by your display.
Darn.
Very straight, like poker face.
I think inside he was pretty impressed.
You think?
He probably wasn't, but like,
You hear him call out after you as you start walking out. Make sure to be that clever when you're doing this job, otherwise you'll have zero chance.
Oh, I'll be clever indeed.
And you walk out of his judgment room, we'll call it.
Okay.
The guards kind of escort you on your way out, not like in an intimidating way, but just like, you know, to make sure that you're not trying anything dumb or trying to steal anything on your way out. And says,
Yeah.
And says, go ahead, make a move. Governor Razula, he won't even need a reason.
By the way,
Yeah,
what
of course,
species
he
is
is
Razula?
He is human.
I see.
Yes, he is a human male.
Dirty human? No, I'm just kidding.
What?
Men always the baddest, the worst racists.
why are all the like town leaders or whatever fucking racists?
And as
Okay,
you
we've
walk
met too, but like, yeah.
And as you walk out from inside the building, the sunlight is blinding to you from being in such a dimly lit space over the course of a few days and not being exposed to any sunlight or UV rays for a period of time. And it's like a bright flash.
Get disadvantage on all your checks for an hour.
And you see that you're in front of a very elaborate, royal-looking manor, almost like a large castle, or a smaller castle, but still very homey looking.
Nice.
And you walk out, and there is like a fence, but there's an open gate as well, with 2 guards standing in front of it.
I head out.
Okay.
Can
And-
I have... You go first.
Oh no, it's fine. Go ahead and ask what you were going to.
I was gonna ask if I can have I can have Asia they probably like recast if I'm familiar in this time. If I can have Asia again fly as a raven over the city, just you know to check the news if there's anything new in the city and if she sees hardrada.
Waiting for the execution, expectantly.
Yeah, I would say like on the basis of just making sure there's not an execution going on, because you don't know any of this just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we do
yeah.
know that Hardrada might die, so checking for an execution would be useful. I mean, a fucking raven could do something, maybe.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, go ahead and cast a perception check on your familiar.
Cast.
Cast a perception.
Or yeah, roll a perception check. Sorry.
I'd like to cast perception check at 3rd level.
I cast not being fucking blind.
Come on, Asia.
Interesting.
Don't disappoint me. Oh, 16.
16. Okay. So flying around, you don't see a crowd gathered for an execution. You don't see any sort of judgment being carried out that particular day. As far as seeing Hardrada himself, you don't see him. There's a lot of crowds of people around, and for a short fellow like him, it's easy to get lost in the crowd.
Okay.
So Hardrada, where are you going to?
I can't remember where you guys said you were going, and so it seems pretty fitting that I don't know where you guys are in general. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna go east.
You did know we went to stay at a tavern before you got arrested.
Yes.
Yeah, the Traveler's Gambit Tavern.
I guess I could go there.
Okay. So yeah, you make your way back over to the Traveler's Gambit Tavern, and you walk inside, and it's fairly busy. And you see the male tabaxi tavern owner behind the counter.
Do I see Wing Dixie at all?
Roll a perception check.
Come on, be high.
Even shorter.
Oof. Ooh, why can't I roll today?
Yeah, just 2 nat 1s in a row.
1 second, checking
Why'd you
something.
roll a d20?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, great, thank
We
you.
worry about it though.
Oh, what a sly response. Don't worry about it.
I mean, isn't that the DM's response to anything, really?
Relax, don't worry about it. Ignore the stress stat blocking the chin.
Yeah,
So-
just ignore the giant dragon in the sky. Don't worry about it.
So as you walk into the tavern and look around for Winn-Dixie, you don't see her. And before you can do anything, like turn around to walk out or order a drink, you're hugged at like the knee level. You feel like a hug, and you look down and see Winn-Dixie like, Hardrada!
Remember, I am also
alive.
really short.
Oh, that's true. You are a dwarf. So yeah, just a regular hug. And when Dixie comes running up from one of the empty corners of the bar and says, Hardrada, you are out. How? How did this happen?
Well, we sort of have to kill someone because of it.
Kill somebody? Well, that shouldn't be too hard for us, I don't think.
We have to kill the soul. We have to kill someone. I bite
Okay.
my lip.
And she says, well, the rest of the party, they've been outside of town. They've been trying to figure out how to handle your situation. I've been running supplies out to them. I can take you to them.
Please do, yes.
Okay. So yeah, when Dixie like grabs your hand and like starts hurriedly walking out of the tavern, and you guys went to the western gate, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, she takes your hand and starts hurrying out towards the western gate, and the guards open the gate for the two of you, and you walk through, and you're back out into the desert landscape. She begins taking you west down the road, and you probably go for roughly half a mile to a mile, and she says, it's around here, hold on. And she starts looking around and sees like a sandstone kind of cliff rock outcropping, and begins to head over that way. And you see that it's a very shallow, hollowed out cave, and you see the rest of your party sitting there just looking just exhausted and miserable. And
as you walk in, you've caught Tony mid-breakfast making. So he turns around to you and says, "Oh, Hardrada! You're here!" And he runs over with the stupid chef hat that makes him talk weird on. And he goes and gives you like a big hearty hug and like picks you up off the floor. He's like, "Oh, I have missed you so much, you stupid dwarf man. Oh."
I forgot about the hat.
I didn't. Puts you back down. You see like a big like.
Talia's also running, like walking up, and she's standing there looking down at him, and she slaps him. That's for almost getting killed. Then she hugs him. And that's for making it out. And that's for making it out alive. Jesus Christ, Hardrada, you worried us so much.
Hardrada.
Yes,
Why?
sorry.
What? Okay, how many people did you kill? And if you didn't, why are you here? How are you
what
here?
did you do to the city? How did you get out?
How many buildings are destroyed? Did you set a fire or like?
No. I'm just, I was
Sit down.
released.
Yeah,
Why?
Oh,
How?
your glorious
We sort of have to do something a bit morally questionable. I have no qualms about it, but we have to kill the Sultan.
Tony.
You know what? Probably been there, done that. I'm not happy about it, but been there, done that. What is it?
Tony exhales deeply, turns to you, gives you a glare, and says, "What do we have to do now?"
Tony, please take off the hat.
Okay. Takes off the hat. That's a good point.
to sort of kill the Sultan of Vud'ar.
Do I know who that is?
Yes, you do.
Oh.
Or
I don't know
actually,
about
roll a history check.
I might know who that is. History.
Lives in
Does he get
Zanzibar
advantage?
now.
16.
Yeah, we'll say that he gets advantage, but he doesn't really need it.
Yeah.
So what you know is that the Sultan is a Dragonborn,
Cool.
and his family has been in power for roughly the last 4 generations.
Cool.
So it's always been like his family and a Dragonborn on the throne.
Nice one.
Yeah, he's a very personable ruler. He's very fair. He's very level-headed. The people mostly generally like him.
You couldn't make this easy on me, could you?
And yeah, he's a very well-liked ruler at this point. There's been a boom of prosperity since he personally has been the ruler of Vud'ar.
By the way, did I mention that if we don't do this, we'll all die?
Hardrada.
Wow.
Tony's staring.
Hardrada. We're wanted in one region. We have released an ancient evil. I'm pretty sure dying isn't exactly the thing we should be concerned about. But like, wait a second. What do we get for killing? I mean, he's essentially like. Wait, did Tony tell us who the king? Who
Tony's
the-
gobsmacked right now.
Okay. So So I mean, come on. Like that Sultan dude, whatever, is like the worst person we've
Can't,
killed
no.
other people. What is
No,
it?
we can't.
No? Why
The
can't
Sultan
we?
is a nice man. We can't
Okay,
kill the Sultan.
The opposing option is
like-
we all die.
That's a what? Well, the opposing option was you die until you came back out to this cave and told us, but... thanks for that.
Tony also knows that the name of the Sultan is Sultan Arakanas.
Names like ours, I could never pronounce it, but... It's a really
Arakanas.
great... No, Tony couldn't pronounce it.
Oh,
It's
gotcha.
Salisbury. But... we can't... That's like... treason.
It would
That's
be
like serious
treason, but
treason. I live here.
It's only treason if you don't get
I
caught.
can't
I mean, you can.
become a war criminal.
Well, you
Okay,
can
the
always
problem
just stay
is-
in the tavern. You can just stay in at the tavern.
the problem
and
is,
do us.
if we don't do this, we'll be hunted down by worse forces than the Hydra's head, so we sort of have to do
Well,
Why
this.
don't
I
we just kill the dude who gave us the thing?
Actually, that's a very good idea. Let's go back to the city and kill him.
Let's not go back to the city. Like, grab your shoulders, you gotta turn around.
I mean, to be fair, the Hydra's head did a terrible job. They've attacked us like once with like one average dude and Winn-Dixie.
So, here's the plan, as always. We'll see what we do, and we'll decide later.
I mean, I have an
There
idea
is
what
that
we
line,
could.
Hardrada.
We sort of need to decide now, because
Oh, fuck. Of course we do.
I could try and contact some of my people and see if I can get some good assassins hired. Then wouldn't be us doing the thing.
true. Or, you could hire some people and, Actually, wait, no. Hiring people to assassinate him is not a good idea since, not to assassinate, the governor is not a good idea because he probably has connections there too and will know about it.
Yeah,
What
but
we
I mean,
need to
like
do-
assassinating the Sultan. That's what I meant.
But do we really want to
What if
assassinate the
we-
Sultan? He's a good man.
What?
Tony walks to the
Listen,
back of
listen,
the cave, like... can't
Listen, what if we tell the Sultan about this? That he wants him dead and he hired us to kill him. Maybe he can do something about it then.
Do we
But
have
why would
proof?
he believe us? We don't have proof.
Well, we kind of do. Like, I mean, there were probably like, some documents documenting that you were captured or whatever because of killing a person. It's kind of weird that they would release a convicted murderer that confessed to his crimes for apparently no reason at all.
Yeah, but how do we know that Yeah, but how will we be able to convince them that not only did they release us, because that's probably undocumented, but that we are now, like, that we were contacted to kill him. Like, how are we supposed to convince him that? Like, it doesn't matter that I was arrested because he'll know, like, oh, hey, yeah, he's probably, like, what I'm saying is, there's no documentation of me being released. There's only documentation of me being arrested.
You don't have. Quick question. Do you have a question? IDs and shit like that don't exist in this universe, right?
IDs? No.
Yeah.
There's no like driver's license.
It's on the honor system that you are who you say you are, I guess.
Okay.
I could. Well, I have the spell Zone of Truth. If I cast that spell while we talk to this whole noise, I say, listen, if you don't believe us, I'll cast the spell now, and we'll tell you again. And we have to tell the truth because, you know, it's a spell. It forces people to tell the truth. So
we tell the Sultan, and the Sultan wants to kill. Who gave you this option?
what was his
The
name?
governor of...
So the Sultan then wants to kill the governor?
No, the governor
suppose.
wants to kill the Sultan.
No, but if we tell the Sultan that the governor wants to kill him, then
Well, yeah,
the Sultan kill the Sultan, right?
No
Well, yeah,
offense,
but
but killing a governor just sounds significantly easier than killing the Sultan, especially because we have the Sultan behind us, like the literal king.
Do you know what sounds easier? Having
Besides-
a Sultan kill a governor for us.
Yeah,
Besides
the
that,
only
the
problem
governor
with that, he's got an intelligence network. We wouldn't be able to even make it in the front door, probably. We'd be, like, as in, if we were trying to tell the Sultan, we need to cover it with we're going to assassinate the Sultan instead.
No, yeah. We don't tell the governor, oh, we're gonna go, like, befriend the Sultan.
No,
We're doing
we're
some
like-
backstabbing here.
Well,
We need to
yeah.
be double agented.
We get to the Sultan, we say, hey, the governor wants to kill you. It's pretty mean. FYI. And then the Sultan's like, oh no, that's bad. He's probably gonna have him, like, arrested for corroborating murder or something. And, like, unless he wants to start a war, he can't really turn that down. So, like, maybe that'll work. Like, maybe?
But the
And
problem
Tony
is
goes back
that
to the back of the cave.
that wouldn't stop the governor from sending people after us. We already have one group of people that want to stay. We don't need a second one, even though the one group really has done a terrible job until now.
That's true. Why don't we just try it? Why wouldn't we just try and tell him, hey, there's someone after you. There's some racist asshole. I'm so just
But-
assuming he's racist because apparently all governors are racist. There's some racist governor in the port city that wants you dead. Here, I'll cast Zone of Truth. We have to tell the truth. Now we'll tell you again. This is happening. Can you do? I think you need to do something about it.
But just heads up, we should when doing that, we should probably not look like us.
Speaking of which,
Otherwise, the governor could find out.
yeah.
Yeah.
So for one, I have a
Hardrada, from what you could tell, like the general intent from the governor was that you and your friends are not wanted in Kabas for as long as you comply.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I personally think we should make a plan to kill the Sultan just in case the telling him doesn't work out.
So if telling him
I mean,
doesn't
I'm-
work out, I'll use
I'm
fog
for killing
cloud.
him right away because it's the least dangerous method, but
So
If telling him doesn't work out, we commit treason.
I mean, you don't have to get involved, so you're not committing treason.
So basically, what I'm gonna do is, if things go south, if he doesn't believe us and he wants us arrested, I will use fog cloud and we'll use the same strategy that we used when killing or when running away from the Baron. However,
Trust
this
me,
time
I
we'll
wish I
kill the
killed the Baron.
However, this time we'll kill the Sultan.
Yeah.
I have one more question. One more
Yes.
question. Who wants breakfast?
Me.
And
What's for
Tony brings out
breakfast?
his little pan.
What's for breakfast?
Tony's cooked up some seared fruits for breakfast.
Yes.
The sweet seasoning.
With the
He only
cook-
cooked
with the-
enough for the four of us, so he's gonna give his portion to Hardrada as a welcome back present.
with the cocaine spices.
You just said cocaine? Sorry, did you mean cocaine?
No,
Tony
you
is
picked-
not cooking cocaine.
Why
You
not?
mean
No, we had some
You mean,
we had
um,
spices that were like
The
drugs or
spices,
whatever.
yes.
you mean
Cocaine spice.
powdered eternity crystals?
Yes, the powdered spices that I picked on.
Yeah, the drug spices, the cocaine
Yeah.
spices.
They're not
Maybe we
cooking.
can think better with the whole stuff thing.
Yeah,
But it's not made with the cocaine spices, right?
it's just delicious. Okay. I
Okay.
promise.
You promise?
I promise.
Roll
Then, as you
Constitution
said,
saving
oh.
throw. If you fail, you die.
Just some nice seared fruits.
Okay. Nom, I guess.
Yeah, I'm eating fruit. And,
Cool. And yeah, you have a delicious, hearty breakfast. Seared fruits.
Isn't fruit sweet?
yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
it's a fruity, hearty breakfast. And
Hearty, not savory.
yes.
Ah, okay. I don't know food words. My English isn't
I
that
don't know
good.
words.
Neither do I.
I'm pretty sure savory is French.
Well, we're German,
Oh.
not French.
I know sweet and salty breakfast.
So, stand at the mouth of the cave, and I cast Summon Deathbringer the Third again.
Okay. And he appears in a
Bringing it back.
smoke.
How
and-
big is the cave? Make sure you're not squishing.
Nah, I'm not inside. Not inside the cave.
Okay.
Just in the mouth outside the cave.
Imagine us Deathbringers are just glitching through the wall.
Give him like a good like pat on the back of the mane, like well done. You did like completely die last time, but good job.
Yeah, for reference, it's like a 8x8 cave, and it goes in straight, and then like goes down into a depression towards the back of it. It's not very large though. It's
I
only
also
about
often
10
go
feet
into a
deep.
depression.
So
I didn't want to make the joke. About the flying carpet, did you like mend it over time, over the 3 days, or does it still have... No,
I
like,
have
anyone has like, Tony has
I have
mending, I
mending.
think?
can
Yeah.
I like
please
mend
mend
some holes
the
in this
carpet.
carpet?
Yeah, it has some holes in it.
Yeah,
Can
I
mend
would,
some spears? over
I would
those
say
3 days?
so. Yeah, I would say
Nice.
so.
Can I have done that over the 3-day period instead of spending like 3 hours mending something? You know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll say
So-
that was one of your projects over the last few days. was-
Bodged carpet on his back. Tony jumps on Deathbringer the Third on his back and says, "So, I suppose we're not staying in this cave forever."
Wait a second. Hardrada, are we still wanted? Like, you were released, what about us?
You guys aren't wanted as far as I can tell.
Okay, I need to pick up my rapier in town. And you need to pick up your great axe. Because
Indeed.
you... Yeah.
I take out the carpet and say, "Kazam!" And I like flops in,
Okay, cool.
and I gesture everyone all aboard.
That wasn't the word. The word's cadabra, I think.
Cadabra!
Sure.
I said Kazam.
Yes, it's
Tony has like a brain lapse for a minute. It was like, "Oh yeah, Cadabra."
Cool. Yeah.
Gesture everyone
So,
to get aboard.
so the carpet unfurls, and everybody but Tony is basically getting on it.
Yeah, I'm staying on Deathbringer the Third.
Okay. So yeah, all of you get on the carpet, and
Some
you
more-
head back towards town.
Yeah, I'll head back
Yes.
towards town.
Okay. So yeah, you head back towards the western gate. Above the ones on the carpet, you see Tony and Deathbringer the Third, like from an overhead angle, and you just see him like riding hard with like dust kicking up behind him as he goes, and you're following along very closely on the magic carpet, and you make it back to the western gate where the guards open it up for you.
Nice.
I still
Do I
don't trust-
recognize any of the guards?
Do I recognize any of the guards?
That'd be awkward.
Roll perception checks.
Do I need
Whoever is curious.
Where's my perception? Where is my performance perception?
Wait, why roll perceptions?
Just to see if we recognize any guards that we were killing last time.
I mean, I don't have any makeup on anymore, so I don't think they would recognize me, but...
So Corin recognizes 2 of the guards because they were the ones who had escorted him out. And
Corn.
or Hardrada. Hardrada recognizes 2 of the ones. They were the ones who let him out of the dungeons, and they resumed like a post duty at the gates.
I was just like, "What's up, fuckers?"
You probably shouldn't call those guards fuckers.
I was gonna make a Tomlin 2 out of 1. But if I don't recognize them, I'll ride on into him.
Cool. So
Hey,
yeah,
we're to the blacksmith.
you enter back into the crowded, bustling streets of Kabas.
That's right. Durgat needs to get their rapier.
Yes, that's what I just said. That's why we're here. And when Dixie needs to get to her girlfriend.
I guess. I don't know what they are. I don't want to know.
It's
Neither do I.
complicated.
It's
It's just
something.
like I can't believe that she's just doing my She's very salty about it. She has no reason to be, but you know.
Yeah.
It's just,
So yeah, Durgat makes their way back to the Dragon's Ember blacksmith.
Yeah, and Hardrada's following because there's also... Right? Hardrada,
Yeah?
are you coming with me to the blacksmith?
Yes, sorry, I'm a bit,
Dazed.
dazed, yeah.
Okay.
And confused.
Yeah, I walk into the blacksmith and say, hey, I'm here to pick up my rapier that I gave to you yesterday. Is it still the same person?
It is, yeah. It's
Okay.
the same female dragonborn. And she looks at you and says, I'd started to worry about you. You've been gone for so long. I had almost thought about selling your fine blade here.
Nah, don't worry, I had some complications. Some stuff took longer than expected.
And she says, well, it's ready, so you can take it whenever you like. And you see your rapier up on one of the stands. Presumably, she had already decided to sell it, but nobody had bought it yet. But it is on one of the display stands.
Okay, I take my rapier. What's
I
that
take my
thing have
axe.
again now?
For the rapier,
Yeah.
I believe you said you were just getting it sharpened, right?
Yeah, to get more damage out of it.
Yeah, so it would make it a +1 rapier.
And then my axe now does, uses dexterity instead of, strength.
Yes. She took the handle of your axe and hollowed it out, making it lighter on the back end, and you can now swing it much faster and still get the same amount of damage.
Okay, then we're done here, I guess.
And she says, unless you're looking to buy something else.
Oh god, Hardrada stabbing the dragonborn.
What are you doing, Noah?
What are you?
I'm just, testing out my new weapon. Not, like, on anyone. I'm just seeing if I did it correctly.
It's just like, hey, one of you, come here, stop.
Oh,
Breaking
God.
my shelves.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Not again, Hardrada.
Ah, we're leaving you this time.
Yeah.
I mean, we left you last time, but it wasn't by choice.
Yeah, we tried.
You didn't try harder enough.
That's okay. Anyway, let's go then.
Okay, to where? Back to the tavern, or?
Back to. Are we still paying? I mean, we didn't. We weren't in the room, so we didn't. We only paid for one night, right?
Yeah.
Or Hardrada. Okay. And I guess just leave the town again and look for Winn-Dixie before we do that.
Okay.
Dixie came in.
Yeah, when Dixie was with
Oh.
you during all of this,
I thought Winn-Dixie was going to check out her girlfriend.
and she is now back at the tavern drinking.
Of course she is. Okay.
I'll go get her.
Thanks.
Pick her up by the back of her like shirt scruff.
Can't roll with my blade.
Just lift it.
With my singing blade, and that pisses me off.
And you see Winn-Dixie's feet like kicking in the air as you like lift her up.
No.
Like,
Coffee trunk.
Like
before we go on
reaching for her cup of ale as you like drag her off.
there.
No.
No, right,
How
you've
much
had
money
enough.
did she
It's
spend
the
in there? The ale in there is fucking expensive.
She would have to tell you that.
She will not tell you.
Probably not now.
I can vouch.
But a lot more than likely.
Yeah. I try out with Winn-Dixie.
Okay.
Let's bring it to the third and rejoin the group.
Okay. So yeah, what is everybody doing from here?
I'm gonna motion to Hardrada and say, so, I guess we're on some kind of assassin quest now?
Well, if
I thought assassinating was not
the plan was telling the truth and murder in case we something
Yeah,
goes
but
wrong.
truth quest sounds less cool.
True that. I mean,
I don't plan on killing him, he's a great guy, but if we're gonna go on a quest, it needs to sound badass.
true. But
That's
like,
fair.
for the record, I am for immediately killing him. But like, you won't let
The
me.
governor or the sultan?
The Sultan.
I am not for immediately killing the Sultan.
I am also not
Okay.
for killing the sultan.
But just in case, I know a guy that could get us some good poison, just for the record. In case he doesn't change my mind.
Somebody roll a perception check.
Let me
Anyone
look it up.
else?
Yeah, I mean somebody can, whoever wants to.
That's a 20!
20 and 10. Okay. So as all of you
10.
are so as all of you are talking and figuring out your plan from here, Talia, looking out across like the city and across the rooftops, you see what looks to be a very tall stone column reaching almost 200 feet in the sky, in the middle of the town square, or not the town square, but in the middle of like the city with the buildings and nestled near the market. It looks like that you don't remember noticing before.
Can I point it out to the party? To the party? I'm sorry.
Party.
40. It's 40
Can I point out
times.
to the party?
What are you, British?
Excuse me. Point out
Yeah,
to
excuse
40.
me?
You're excused.
But to Talia, it looks like a very like thin stone column, just jutting out from the middle of the town.
Is she like
City.
she like elbows when you know elbows dirt and he's like points at it and he's like, have you noticed that before?
What? That looks weird. How is it standing there without like breaking off or what? How tall is this thing? Like 200 feet?
Close to 200 feet, it seems like.
Was
Okay,
that
thing
there
is
before?
Big. I don't think I didn't notice it. I didn't.
Do I know of any kind of weird stone monument ceremony that happens here? Or any reason a big stone to be here?
Roll a history check.
Oh, look at that.
Great.
You do not.
I look at it, I'm like,
Should we check it? Should we
okay,
check it?
before we leave, I at least want to look at it.
Yeah,
Me
me
too,
too.
but I feel like it's a bad idea. Whatever, let's go.
Fuck it.
Regardless if it's a bad idea, it looks cool and it just appeared. I'm not gonna miss this opportunity.
Okay,
If
so
we die, I'm gonna blame you.
then everybody's heading that way.
Blame me
Yeah.
in the underworld.
Okay.
I will, trust me.
So as you do, you start making your way through town and like towards the market, and you're unable to take your eyes off it. Like you're just affixed to it as you travel towards it, and you notice that as you start to get closer to it, it begins to get wider, and you see that by the time you get right up close to it, it is a large stone tower.
What's
With
everyone
no-
else's reactions to it?
I don't care.
The people walking by, or like
yeah. Like, like the people here.
the people walking by, strangely enough, don't seem to notice it.
Can Talia like tap someone on the shoulder and point at the thing and be like, "Excuse me, do you see something there?"
Roll a persuasion.
Ugh.
Oh.
Ah, damn it.
20. Damn it, that's like a 26.
Ah, damn, a 26. Oh,
No, it was like I could have had
woe
that.
is me.
So you tap like an elderly dragonborn on the shoulder and say, "Excuse me, do you see this?" And he turns around and says, "Oh, it's just the tower. They call it the Suoka Tower. It's been here for ages. They say the further away you get from it, it almost seems to morph shape and becomes almost invisible the further away you get from it. It's a very strange thing. People come from all over the world to see it."
Oh, okay, that's...
Tony's making little sketches of this in his book. He thinks it's so cool.
Hey
And-
Talia, can you cast this weird spell of I know what the fuck it is?
That's true, that I can, but that will cost me a spell slot. But yeah, fuck it. I cast. I know what the fuck it is.
Like, it is just a big stone pillar, right? It's like a big column of stone.
Yeah, but it's morphing like shapes or whatever the further you get away from it.
Tony is just drawing a big column of stone, like, over and over again. From, like,
So
different angles.
it's hard to make out what kind or like what the spell exactly is, but you know it is a illusion spell.
Oh, okay. So
Um,
we're using an illusion spell on this thing.
And like
Why, though?
looking at the tower, you see there are no doors and no windows on it.
Tony wants to go and touch it.
I'm
okay.
gonna touch it.
Yeah, you
I'm
touch
not
it.
gonna touch it.
You touch it, and you feel hard, rough stone underneath your hand. It seems
Can Talia like go around it and like just try and find if there's a door, like just slightly knocking on the stone?
Sure.
It feels
Yeah.
like a normal rock.
Yeah.
Tony seems amazed by that.
So then you begin like walking around it, like tapping and knocking, and just seeing if there's like a difference in sound or something.
And then eventually a door opens. Someone's like, "Why are you knocking at my tower?"
So as you do this, you hear a whistle from above you,
Oh.
and you look up and you see that there's now a window on the same side that the rest of the party is, and you see a drow, a male drow, hanging out of it, and says, "I've been expecting you."
What?
Us?
What?
What?
Says-
You... Me... What?
Us?
It says,
Tony?
and says, come in.
What?
And you see that there's now a door visible on the same side, and it pops open.
Tony goes straight in this door.
I look up to the door and say, why?
What is... Tony's already in the doorway.
Yeah, but
He's
I'm
walking
not.
straight in.
He says, "Are you not curious about fate? About destiny?"
Damn right I am!
Tony's so fucking adorable.
Are you expecting specifically us or just customers or whatever?
I said I've been expecting you.
Well, who are we?
Well, you are Durgit. You are Talia.
See?
Hardrada. You, Tony.
I'm not trusting the situation, but I'm going in anyway.
Oh, I'm so in there.
So, might I invite you in once
Oh,
more?
thank you so much. Walk straight in that doorway.
Talia follows.
Okay.
I'm going in,
Yeah.
but I have my hand on my rapier, like just in case I need to pull it out.
Okay. So as you walk in, you walk inside, and immediately the inside of the tower looks nothing like the outside. It is a very large, square, comfy-looking room. The inside of the walls are all made out of the same carved stone, and there's very nice like draperies and banners hanging along it. The floor is made out of a very nice dark mahogany wood. There are different display cases on display that you see scattered around the room with like a large desk acting as like a study with some quills and parchments scattered about it.
Still excited right
So
now.
a large, mysterious box just appeared in town that looks different on the inside and has one person living in it.
Damn, bitch, live like this.
And you also see like
Is he a doctor by chance?
You also see like a very grand wood set of like circular stairs that wind up and up and up throughout the rest of the tower, and you see the same drow man slowly making his way down to the bottom to meet you.
Is there any expensive stuff in the room?
There's a lot of expensive stuff in the
Dark
room.
no.
Is there any
Okay.
magic shit in the room?
Probably. You are inside of magic shit.
I would say that is affirmative more than likely. There are magic items and very expensive
Okay.
items.
Tony's
Talia?
like staring at everything like really closely, like wide-eyed, like a kid in a candy shop.
It's just one person. You won't notice if something's missing.
Talia takes a step back, assuming Durgard like followed behind her, takes a step back, grabs Durgard by the arm, pulls them down, because I'm assuming that Durgard is a bit taller than Talia,
Yeah.
pulls them down, and is like, with through gritted teeth, you are not going to steal anything from this.
I'm not gonna steal anything. I'm just in case we need some money, we know it's here. Same thing with the cannoneer.
He's so fucking adorable. So fucking precious.
It's different on the inside.
And saying this, the drow continuing walking down the stairs, like comes into your line of sight, and he stands there and says, I've been waiting quite a while for you. Don't you have a air of destiny about you? And he kind of has like a gentle smile on his face.
Tony's like gobsmacked.
I'm just some dude. I don't have any destiny on me. What the fuck?
And he says, nonsense. Even if you don't know it yet, you'll find out soon enough. All of you have great, great destinies ahead of you.
Okay, what will we find out soon enough? Do you know?
This is the first time anyone's affirmed Tony's belief.
And he says, my name is Suoka, and this is my tower. Welcome.
How do you spell his name?
Suoca.
Tony scribbles that down desperately. And then he puts a K at first and crosses it out and puts a C.
And he says, you may not have noticed, but this tower sits on a different plane of existence.
What?
Whoa!
Which explains the mild delusion on the outside and why it's such a stark difference from what's inside.
Wait, you're not from a different plane of existence, right?
No. I've only built my tower in another plane of existence.
Tony's cool with this.
A pocket dimension, if you will.
Tony's fine with people having holidays in other dimensions.
That's a
He
bit
says-
extra.
And Suoka says, now, I'm sure you're curious about all of this, are you not?
Yes?
Definitely.
I
know
want
Tony
more-
is.
I want more details about anything.
He says,
Especially concerning you.
he said, it first started out, I had visions of a group of individuals destined to change the course of history.
We're a group.
You may
yes,
not- You may not know it or believe what I say, but each of you are destined for greatness, as a group and as individuals. And looks around to all of you.
For reference, Tony definitely believes what you say.
And as you
Can I
look
roll-
around,
Can I roll insight to see if he's bullshitting us or if he has any
Ulterior
bad
motives.
motives?
sure, go ahead.
20.
Jeez.
Yeah, he seems very on the up and up. Curious and maybe a bit eccentric, but honest.
And no bad motives.
No.
Okay.
Nope. As he looks around to all of you, he says, you would not have come to my attention in such a way if what I said weren't true. Keep following the path you are. It only leads to what I tell you it does.
And
What?
what
Well-
does it lead to?
what do we know what's the right path?
The path that you're following currently, whatever it is you're doing, keep doing it. He says, I can't give you any specifics. Nobody should ever know too much about their own fate. But I believe what I've seen. I've had dreams and visions. I have a crystal ball. I roll bones. So the fates do not lie to me.
Now you say that we are destined for great things. Correct?
Yes. And as you say this, he looks at you, Hardrada, and says, yours will be a rocky one yet, but you'll find your way.
Haven't I already found my way, though? What do you define as great things? Because I have some great things that I'm attempting to do, and if I stick on this path, I believe I will solve the world's problems.
He says, do you believe you've truly found your way, or that you simply have found your way and that's what you think?
I believe I truly found my way.
Because they're not the same thing. They're two different things entirely. You may believe you've found your way, but from what I've seen, you have not.
And you expect me to turn good? Or...
What's that?
And you expect me to turn good, or something else?
He says, I expect you to do what you feel, to know that what you're doing matters. It'll all make sense.
I know for a fact what I'm doing matters, and that it's the right path.
Well, then that's all you need to know then, isn't it? And
This might,
yeah, go ahead.
this might be a weird question, but do you see some kind of... No, let me phrase this otherwise. On my path, will I reunite with someone from my past? Do you know that by chance?
And he says, that is entirely up to you, my dear. The choices you make, they will come to define everything about you.
Whoa.
If it's in the cards, it's in the cards, but I only know about you.
If it's in the cards.
As he says this, you see there's a small circular table in the middle of the room with a cloth draped over it, and he pulls the cloth off and you see a crystal ball.
Wow.
And
Toby's like face like as close as he can get to it, like staring at it like, what does it do?
Talia's just like
Can I
trying
see
to
it?
keep herself from laughing because she thinks Tony is so fucking adorable.
Sure. Yes, you can. And as this is going on, he puts his hand on the top of the ball and kind of drums his fingers on it a bit. There's like a very dull blue light emanating within the ball.
It's blue.
And he says, if you want to start your path proper, I have learned of some things' existence that would prove changing, to say the least.
Good changing or bad changing?
Again, that is entirely up to you and what
Okay.
decisions you make with this. He says, it is a relic, believed to be found in a recently unearthed archaeology site, but I believe it's much older than that and comes from other lands. If this was to be recovered, the place to go would be Esdale. The war there, it may not seem very big, but it's about to spill out into every land in Aothar.
Do as you know, a former resident, Jesus, of Estel, do I know about this war? Like what? Yeah, you know.
Yeah, roll a history check.
I'm waiting for you to say that.
14.
Sorry,
Okay.
14.
You do know about the war. It was raging very, very hard the last, probably 3 years ago, and it's quelled and died down since then, but hasn't fully gone away. It seems like each side is rebuilding their forces in order to mount another attack, and it's only
Do
a
I
matter
know-
of time.
Do you know who's fighting against you?
You do. You know that the current rulers are trying to protect themselves against an uprising in the south. They are at a civil war with a secondary sect of elves, the Drow, the Dark Elves, who are trying to seize power from them.
Okay. Are the rulers of Esdale like good rulers? Like, do they rule the land well?
Roll another history check.
Or this would be a... Yeah, well, oh.
Okay. So from what you know, the current rulers are very well liked. They're very fair. They're more of a light balance compared to the Drow in the south. The Drow are more of a dark people, celebrating more of the macabre side of things.
Racist. What?
They take great pleasure in harming and destroying. And even going to that area, it's much less lush and has more of a dreary feel about it.
Okay. That's interesting.
He says, if you can somehow find this relic and take it to my correspondent, Vismir, give it to him and tell it's from Suoka. Tell him where you found it. He'll know what to do with it. He has the knack for learning of relics and magic items and deciphering them.
You want us to do that?
How do we find her?
What's that?
How do we find this person? What's her name?
Visman.
Vismir.
Yeah, how do we find Vismir?
Well, he is appointed to the royal palace. He deals with everything arcane for the royals, so he won't be hard to find. He's very prominent.
Do I know of Vismir at all? Like in Hiram?
Have you ever been to Esdale? Or
Oh no. I thought you meant like around here.
No. He says that the archaeological site that they claim to have found the relic is southeast of town. He believes that the relic itself is tied to that area in some way. For some reason, the people that went and collected it disappeared not long after and reappeared in front of archaeologists at that site back in its original place. So despite being taken out of there, it dematerialized and rematerialized back within the site that they had found it in originally. And they've just tried, or they've stopped trying to get the relic back, because every time they do, it just like bamfs out again.
Okay.
Tony takes like the big scrolls of maps that he has on his side and like lays them all down the table and says, "Can you like draw like where it is, like circle?"
Yeah, and he takes like a quill and ink and makes a lateral line from the southern tip of Kabas and goes to the southeast, and you see that it's between where Kabas and Plaixula are.
Okay.
It's about halfway between. And he says, my theory regarding the relic dematerializing is that it's waiting for somebody destined to have it. And without that proper person, nobody will ever truly keep their hands on it. I believe one of those destined for it is one of you. Who, I don't know.
Shut up.
I hope
What?
Tony.
I also hope Tony deserves it the most.
And he says, which of you, I do not yet know. But I feel if you go and try to recover it, you will find out.
Will we have any difficulties getting there? I mean, like guards or whatever?
Well, are you wanted? Do you have trouble with the guards at this moment?
No,
No,
no.
not at this moment, no.
We're not wanted.
But that is a status that changes quite often, so.
Yeah, every now and then.
And he says, the only people in the area are archaeologists, and to be honest, they've begun to steer clear of the site completely. They haven't gone down into it in quite some time.
Okay,
So
but
they
if someone saw us, they wouldn't stop us.
I mean, I could give you this note of passage, and you would have no
What does it
no
do?
trouble.
It
Well,
probably
you just-
gives us passage.
You just give it to the archaeologist,
Oh, it's a note.
and it basically tells them that I have sent you, and
Oh, yeah.
you should receive no trouble.
Okay,
You're
so
not
it's-
wanted either, right?
Me? No, of course not.
Okay, good.
No, I'm simply a cog in the wheel of fate. That's all I am.
Brilliant cog you are.
To be fair, you kind of sound like some fortune teller that might or might not be able to tell the future a little bit, but I feel like you literally just told us all of these things to get us to just get the artifact.
Tony like slaps you on the chest like
And he gives a chuckle and says, well, time will tell, won't it? I certainly hope that's not the case.
I mean, you would know. Whatever. I mean, why get us here and tell us that we're destined for some fate or whatever, and just not tell us what it is? It's just kind of weird to me.
It's a mysterious individual.
Well, what I've learned thus far, dear God, is that your fate always changes. It's never one and the same. You might think that your fate. Take Hardrada for instance. Hardrada might think that his fate lies somewhere with his like. Wait, do we know that he's? Well, I think that his fate lies in the shadows, so to speak. But maybe that will change soon. Maybe that will change soon, and he will find his way to the light.
Or maybe I'll
Yeah.
die.
And think his fate.
Or maybe. Yeah,
I feel like
mean,
that second one's more likely.
At this point, I'm surprised I'm not dead in a ditch somewhere, considering the stuff I'm doing every now and then.
And Sooka just looks over all of you and says, you haven't a clue yet, but great things are in store for you. I can feel it.
And by that he means... Whoa. Sorry.
And says,
Laying dead in a ditch somewhere, that's our great fate.
Yeah.
No, stop it.
and he says, I don't expect you to take what I say with any sort of certainty. You know, truly, you can make your own decisions and come to your own conclusions, but all I ask is that you just keep this in your mind as you go about. That's all.
This will be stuck in my brain for weeks, year, forever. I will never forget this plan.
So, question. Can you see inside my mind, or can you just read the future?
I only see what my visions allow me to see.
So, particular future. What do you know about me?
And he chuckles and says, quite a bit.
What do
What?
you know about my past?
Well, your past isn't what came up. Your past, I know almost nothing at all.
Good.
Your past isn't what defines you, it's the choices you make on your way to the future.
What wisdom, oh my god.
That's what I'm interested in.
Just by listening to this guy, all our wisdom is raised by one.
It really sounds like he's just talking empty words.
It's just because you don't believe in fate.
Of course I don't. I can make my own future. Everything depends on my
That is
decisions.
basically what he's saying, that we're...
Yeah, I know, but like that is kind of the opposite of fate, isn't it?
Well...
Tony points to a thing on a shelf and says, "What's this thing do?"
And as you do, he like kind of puts his hand on your ears and moves it away, like, please don't play with that unless you want to die.
I don't.
It's a very powerful. It's a very powerful relic. Even I
Okay.
fear it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Talia
That
just
could
like
kill me.
turns just kind of turns to him and says, "I'm really sorry. We can tell he's very invested in magic. He's just very, very excited about all of
It's so small that it could kill me.
And
So
he
I
says,
would say you should touch it, but don't. I don't want you to die.
and at that, he kind of claps his hands together and says, "Well, destiny awaits, doesn't it?" And you find yourselves back outside, and the tower no longer visible.
Tony's like a little bit upset, but he's like still hyped about Roger's death, and he's like, "We're outside again. What?"
Simple parlor trick.
Turgat and
That was-
Hardrada, you two are the worst
Oh.
when it comes to things like this.
I'm sorry that I don't believe some magic dude saying he saw our like on one hand he said he knows our destiny, that we're destined for some great stuff. On the other hand he says if fate is something that's never the same, that our own act, that just contradicts each other.
Fitch,
think-
mate, let's go to the thing. It sounds cool.
I think what he was trying to say is that we're destined for great things, but that the great things that he means are, you know, up to us. What we think is something great to do, in a way.
I mean, I barely know my place in the world, but sure, let's see what will happen in the future.
Tyler like wraps an arm around her and he's like, we'll know our place in the world sooner or later.
I suppose.
True that.
Tony's just staring at where the tower was.
Tony, I just tap on my shoulder and like waving my hand in front of his face, like Tony,
Is everything okay?
Tony, are you okay?
It's gone.
Yes, it is. It is.
I put my arm out to where the tower was, like wave it around.
Well, he did explain it to us, like it's a pocket dimension, like.
You can't imagine who's got this up.
Yeah, it is cool. So like, I'm not denying that.
Giant stone illusion tower in his pocket dimension that he just teleported us out of.
This is the cutest thing ever. Tony, you're so adorable.
Are we going? Are we going?
Maybe, I feel like the first thing we should do is the Sultan thing, so that we aren't interrupted by someone unpleasant while we are doing the epic awesome thing.
It's on the way.
Yeah, it is on the way. And like, do we have a time limit, Hardrada?
Around 2 months.
2 months. I mean,
Two
that
months
should.
is forever.
Yeah, it should be manageable. We could literally just get to the archaeology thing, get the artifact, or maybe not, because let's be honest, the guy maybe got the wrong people. It could have been a coincidence that we have the same names.
He definitely didn't get the wrong people. Did you see the crystal ball? It had swirly blue magic in it. Swirly blue magic crystal balls don't get the wrong people.
I mean, blue magic crystal balls could get the wrong people, and it.
He did seem fairly certain. I will say that.
I mean, I feel like he wasn't lying to us, but it's just I just have the feeling he kinda acts like he knows more than
Don't most people?
Yeah, he acts like he knows more than he actually does, or he knows a lot more than it seems. But I mean, he didn't have any bad intentions. I don't think so. But like, yeah, I have like basic instinct. I don't trust the guy, but could just be the years in the Thieves Guild.
Look, bad intentions or not, I'm gonna check out a creepy dig site that a big man in a stone magic tower just told me to look at. Okay.
This, yeah, I mean, this
Yeah,
isn't the
could be
weirdest thing
magic.
we've done.
Yeah, let's just do it.
Yeah, like we've been under Wintervale, whatever, like an archaeology site with no one that wants to kill us there. Sounds pretty chill in comparison.
So we're going?
Yeah,
I mean,
we're
yeah.
going. Are you excited?
Yeah! I'm excited!
Cool. So then you guys are going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Follow me.
Yeah. Then you go to the east gate, and
Follow up.
it opens up, and you make your way out.
This is gonna be so cool.
And you know that it is to the southeast.
One of us is gonna choose one. It's gonna be magic.
Heading toward
Considering that we're
Plagues
traveling right now, I
and,
don't think we can understand you, Tony.
Nah, I'm whispering to Death Spring of the third.
Okay.
It's so cool. Like, it could choose me.
I gotta admit, that is pretty cool though.
So yeah, try along.
And yeah, so you make your way towards the southeast along the road.
I'll do.
I don't believe a word he
Um,
says though.
We'll say that after about 2 hours of riding, I assume the others are on the magic carpet.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, before that though, Winn-Dixie has opted to stay at the tavern.
Because of her girlfriend?
Maybe.
Maybe.
We're intentionally vague.
Really pissed about it. It's like a mix between I wish I had that, like in the sense of romance and having her girlfriend there, and also like how dare this little halfling that knows nothing of music date my idol.
She's like, God, my friends are so embarrassing. I'm sorry.
Like,
but
every
yeah.
time Tony in the magic shop. God, he's so embarrassing.
So yeah, after a couple of hours riding on the road going south and taking a short jaunt to the east, you begin to see what looks like old temple ruins built into a cliff face. And you see tents in the area around it, and tables set up, and people with shovels and pickaxes digging into the soil around.
Upon seeing this, Tony like pulls up and then shouts up to the magic carpet.
I think this is it. Found it. There. Big
He points at it.
Can we like lower the magic carpet so we can be on one level?
Yeah. I'll say that you lower it down to about like 5 feet off the ground. Roughly about the same height Tony is on top of his horse.
It's a big temple.
Yeah, that must be high.
That's so cool.
And looking at the temple, you can see that it's like the cliff face it's on is a very large sandstone cliff, and the temple architecture is actually carved within the sandstone face, so it's a very natural carving looking temple.
I'll like ride up to one of the tents, maybe. Like the one that looks like the head of operations tent, if you want.
Okay. Yeah, so you ride up to one of the tents and you see a couple people around with shovels and pickaxes, and looking inside of the tent, you see that somebody is there sitting at a desk with like a small candle on the desk for lighting as they write notes into a leather-bound journal.
And I ride up, drop off my horse, say hello.
And she looks up and notices you as you walk in and says, Hello, good day. How may I help you?
We're here to check out the cool magic things in that temple.
Oh, do you have some sort of permissions to be here?
We do when I unroll that written note. And I, show you.
And she says, "Oh, Suoka sent you."
Yes. Isn't he cool?
And she says, "Well, if Suoka sent you, then this is very serious. Yes, by all means, go in and see what it is you're after."
Thank you. Is there anything we should know about this dig site first?
Roll a history check.
I'm asking them. I'm not like trying to remember things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She says, "Well, nobody really goes down in there much anymore. The last few groups that have gone down to look around and see some of the other artifacts or different rooms, they haven't come back."
We usually come back.
I mean, that's the I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
And
I look at the group, and I'm like, so?
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, let's,
Maybe take some of the other treasure. I mean, the traps can't be that bad.
yeah, I mean, maybe we can untrap them. You know. How you do?
Great.
okay. So yeah, you go into the temple then.
Yeah, I'm off at the temple.
Okay.
Warily. I'm off warily into the temple.
Oh boy, do not.
Oh, is that really?
Oh, I'm blind as hell. I would like to light a torch.
Is
Okay.
there the entrance?
So yeah, you light a torch. 1 second. Do you see?
No.
Fantastic.
You should really
can-
ask for, you know,
I
for
can
that
see
reason.
there's like a thing here, a summit here, and that's it.
Okay, 1 second.
Oh,
How about now?
I have eyes.
Sweet.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, you find yourselves like in the main entryway. A couple of depressed coves on either side of the hallway that you're in, and you see a straight corridor ahead of you.
See anything?
What's that?
I currently cannot see anything.
That is because you are not on the map.
Oh, okay.
You do not exist. This is why.
You don't exist. I don't know what you're talking about.
What about now?
I can see now, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, this is where you are. There's a corridor leading to the north, and it's the only like way to go.
Can I have a nosing first to see if the corridor is not deathly?
Like, are you looking for traps or?
Yeah, I guess I'll like throw like a pebble like down the corridor, see if
Okay.
anything happens.
As you do, you see a set of spikes like come up out of the ground,
That's terrifying.
and you notice that on the walls on either side there's a big red painted X, right, like on either side of where those spikes come out at.
Point to the spikes. I look at everyone and say, "That's not good."
That is not good, no.
I don't. I mean, we can't probably use the same shield tactic as before.
No.
Spikes. How like wide are the spike pit?
I would say 15 feet wide.
That's a lot longer than a shield.
I sort of broke the
Yeah, so
Dynamic
it covers
lighting.
pretty much like the entire floor of the corridor that you're currently in.
I can see
what's
inside
the
all
red
the other
X's?
rooms.
So the red X's on the wall,
Yeah.
you can see, are from where archaeologists have been in through before and mark those areas as be careful right here.
Are there everywhere on this like everywhere on this corridor? Or like everywhere here?
Roll a perception check.
Nice.
Okay.
Am I looking?
So at like 5-foot intervals, there are 2 more X's going down the hallway before it opens up into another room.
Windix's black powder would be very useful right now, but I feel like the archaeologists would hate us forever.
We can't just blow up a guard.
Yeah.
What do I have? Let's look in my inventory of useless things.
Okay.
We could literally just use the flying carpet and fly over it.
Oh, yeah. This is why we have you. I have a full magic carpet from my back. Say cadabra,
Okay.
and I beckon everyone to walk over.
Okay, cool. So everybody gets onto the magic carpet
Yeah.
and you just like hover and fly over.
Well, we could kind of like put the magic carpet over and walk over, because it'll save us like ferrying these all over.
Okay, so you lay the magic carpet down on the ground and just walk over it?
No,
No,
not like
I'd
on the
rather
spikes,
fly.
like it's flying.
Yeah, but the spikes, when they come out, they retract back into the ground.
No, I mean, I think it means like the flying carpet is hovering above the ground, but we're walking on the
Okay.
carpet.
Okay, alright, gotcha.
Or we
Okay,
could just
cool.
ferry it back and forth. But
Yeah, I would
it'll
say
take
that.
3 hours.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you have the magic carpet hover above the ground and walk over into the next room.
Nice. So we're in the next room.
We should
which
take it with
is
us.
to the north.
Don't forget it.
Yes, the magic carpet follows us.
Okay.
As you walk in, it grows dark, and a dull green light begins to swirl around inside of the middle of the chamber. And you see 2 specters come out of like the vortex of light.
Coming out of the light.
Yes. There's like as you walk in, there's like a vortex of light spinning around the room as soon as you enter, and 2 specters like shoot out from it.
Hey Tony, I don't think they're supposed to be in this plane of existence. Just saying.
Everybody roll initiative.
Yep. Ghosts on
Why am
light.
I rolling so terribly in initiative lately?
I got a pretty good one. Oh, but I didn't select Tony. Right, I got an 18 for reference, not a 5 or a 6.
Wow, that was terrible.
That's
Guards!
the
Oh, no.
guards. Oh no, not guards.
Okay. Alright, so what did everybody get on initiative?
I got an 18.
11.21.
Okay. Talia, you got 89.
Yes, 9.62.
Tony got 18.
I rolled a 5 and a 6 after that just to put me on 10.
Okay. Let me add the specters to the turn order real quick. Okay. Cool. Alright. So, going descending, that will be this first specter up first.
Oh my god, specters are fast.
Yeah, 50 feet fly.
What?
Mm.
Quick.
So it is going to fly within range of Toady.
Oh, well, he's gonna get hit.
Okay, go ahead.
30.
That is a hit.
Ooh. Not that damage. 10 and 2, that's 12 damage. Like,
Okay.
as it comes towards me.
And your glaive is considered magical, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
You made it, so.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Got it.
It's
All right. And as you do that, the specter puts his hand up, and you see like incorporeal energy starting to get sucked out of you, as he's going to make a life drain attack. 19.
A 19 beats my armor class, yes.
Okay.
I must make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
14.
Okay. You do take 10 points of necrotic damage, however.
Alright. Ow.
And Tony is up.
Right. So Tony is going to, as a bonus action, cast Shield of Faith, raising his AC by 2.
Okay.
And then... I guess we'll do the tried and true smack. 9 and 11.
Both miss.
That is a royal shame. So I'm just kind of like sweeping through the spectre, trying to like hit him, but like I'm not really sure where is the spectre and where is like not the spectre. And I'll kind of like stand a bit more forward as well.
Okay.
Still in range.
Durgit, you were up.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over here. I cast Rapier, 22.
Upset, you cast nothing.
Yep.
I cast Stab.
That is a hit.
That's 11 piercing damage. And I'm doing a sneak attack.
Okay.
8. So,
8.
19 total.
Cool, got it. So as you do, your rapier goes through the specter, and it doesn't seem like it hits it, but as your blade goes through it, and the wisp of almost like smoke, like material that the body is made of from the specter, it gets sucked into each other, almost like imploding, and then explodes out, and it's gone in a flash of light.
But the explosion doesn't do any damage, right?
No.
Okay.
It's a visual explosion.
Yeah, visual explosion.
My favorite kind of explosion. A lot
Because
less
it doesn't
messy.
kill you?
Talia, you were up.
Yes. Good day, my good sirs. Talia is gonna cast Shatter on this one, which is, the only one left.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It needs to make a DC 15 Constitution save.
That is a 13.
It gets 16 damage.
Okay. Cool, got it. Cool. Is that your turn?
That is my turn. I don't think anything to.
Okay. So, this specter is going to fly off around one of the columns and make its way to Talia
Oh, fuck me.
and do a life
I'd
drain
like to
attack.
opportunity attack him as he comes close.
Okay, go ahead.
23.
Nice.
That's a hit.
Nice. That's a 3 and a 2, and I'll smite it. because it's approaching for a level 1. 7 and 7, that is 3, 4, 5, 14, 19 damage. Total.
Okay. So as you do, in a similar implosion and explosion of light, the specter also disappears.
Nice.
Catch it on my waypoints.
Do they leave anything behind?
No.
Okay.
No, they simply just dematerialize when they're hit.
Okay, guys, what the fuck were these things?
There were something, alright.
I'd say ghosts, maybe?
It's a good ghost.
I just didn't. The difference is I didn't believe in these things before, so now I'm terrified. But apparently I can see ghosts and kill them, so I guess not.
They're a little creepy. Can I inspect the whirling greenness?
Oh wow. Can I
When,
do some yes?
when the two specters appeared out of it, the swirling green dissipated as well.
Ah,
Yeah.
I can see all the green.
but now we have vision. Can I go and maybe take a look at whatever these are?
Can I just do a general investigation check?
Sure.
To see
Um,
if there's anything
So,
odd?
so these look to be specters of a similar fashion, but they're almost as if like a stone monument or statue, like they had almost been turned to stone or some other force.
What were they doing when they were turned to stone?
That's 6. Okay.
Each
Today,
of them,
Probably has one.
each of them have like a certain body pose or facial expression, and it looks to be of extreme pain, and going from seeming like about to take flight from the ground or mid-flight with arms out, almost like they were killed very suddenly.
I got some heebie-jeebies about this place.
Well, why? Because of the two ghosts that just attacked us? Or because of the green light they came from? Or because of the green-
Petrified ghosts are a little more... Because, like, haunting spirits are like, you know, par for the course and they're creepy too. But petrified haunted spirits that look terribly in pain is a little more...
Well, good thing we aren't spirits, not yet at least. And I don't plan to become one.
I like your thinking. Hide your alcohol.
I'm gonna go up here, and I'm not going over the mill because I don't want to trigger any traps, and I wanna check if this corridor is in the traps.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
There. Please, 16.
Okay. The corridor appears to not be trapped.
Okay, then I go through there, and are these tombs?
Yes, they are like sarcophaguses.
I yell over and say, "Hey guys, here apparently tombs, graves, thingies."
I wonder... Are these stony spirits making a similar
Yes.
expression? No.
Yes.
Like I said, I know what you're gonna do. So just go ahead and do it. Steal from the dead people. Go on.
It's not the first time we're doing this. Come on.
Yeah, go on.
Do I have to break open the tomb or kind of like just push the top off or whatever?
Make a strength check.
Can I prepare an attack?
Sure.
The inevitable undeath
18.
is about to leap out of this.
Okay. So as you do, you slightly lift up the stone lid and begin to push it back. And as you do, a spray of some kind of caustic liquid comes out from the tomb, and you take 10 points of acid damage.
Should have seen that coming.
I assume I can't attack the acid with my prepared attack.
Is there anything in there?
There is a very well noble dress skeleton and some bags of gold coins.
Gold coins are good.
Yeah, how many?
I would say in all, like 300 gold.
Okay, I consider keeping it for myself, but I'm just giving it, I'm splitting it evenly.
Okay.
Does the nobleman have anything on it?
Probably clothing.
I mean, like of interest. That isn't clothing.
Roll investigation.
60 gold by the way each. Investigation? Oh, I love investigation rolls.
You don't see anything.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I wanna take the skull with me, but considering the ghost, I feel like it's a bad idea.
Look, if there are any more ghosts, we'll kill them. We just killed those.
True that, ancient skull probably does is pretty good to sell.
However, you can never escape the moral baggage that you'll get from stealing someone's skull. And then I look at the pillow of skulls and I'm like, that's not a problem for you, is it?
Well, I don't have any skulls yet. I did have a wolf skull, but we already used it to escape the Baron.
Go ahead then, I'm never gonna stop you.
Okay, I'm taking the ancient skull with me. Just break it off the body. I feel like it's a bad idea.
Got it.
For this next two, because I know you want to open.
Perhaps.
I am in no illusion that you want to open. Can I like hold my like shield out, like in front of me to like mask myself from the incoming trap as I slide the lid off?
Sure. Yeah.
Cool, I'll do that then.
Okay. So, who's opening it?
I am with my
You are. Okay.
shieldy masterpiece.
Okay. So yeah, you push it open, and as you do, you like get back behind your shield real quick, and the same caustic liquid comes out and lands on your shield and begins to eat away at it. And within a span of 3 minutes, your shield is completely gone.
Can I viciously try and wipe away this acid?
You can, but there's already giant holes within the shield. And at this point, is mostly useless.
Can I see where the acid came from?
Yeah, so you notice that there is a tube at a right angle coming out just above where the coffin lid would lay, so that as it comes up, or as the coffin lid is pushed up, it pops up and a mechanism sprays out the caustic liquid, and you see that there is a glass almost jug that the hose goes into, and from what it looks like, when the lid is pushed off, the nozzle comes out, which sucks up some of the liquid and sprays it in a very violent manner.
Can I take the thing the acid is inside of with me, or it's just in there?
You can, yeah, and I would even say that there's a little bit of acid still at the bottom of it.
Sweet. I'm taking it with me.
What does the corpse have?
The corpse has a very finely made dagger on his hip.
Oh, Jilson.
Some
Dagger?
kind of a gold medallion around his neck, and just a regular longsword that is placed onto the top of his body.
Can I cast Identify on the thing?
Medallion.
Sure.
Can I cast I know what the fuck it is?
Okay. The medallion, though not enchanted, seems to have a family crest of some type on it.
I feel like the archaeologists are gonna be pissed when they see what we did.
Can I try and recognize it?
Sure, yeah, roll a history check.
8. Wow, that was a good history check for me.
18. Okay. So, what it looks like to you is you've seen sketches of similar looking symbols in old history books, and it looks like it was from one of the very first royal dynasties of vud'ar.
That's some cool history. Can I put that in my bag? As like
Sure.
a show off to my parents when I go see them next. Like, look at this.
I'm pretty sure they'd call you grave robber, but
Yeah, but like, I can lie about where I got it.
that's true. I can help you with that.
Thank you.
I want to get more
I
acid
like
from
it.
this thing.
Okay. So looking in it, in fact, hold on, let me roll something real quick.
Oh boy. You activate the mechanism again on accident.
You do not find any acid in the bottom of this one.
Damn it. Fucking grave robbers that waste the acid. I mean, what?
Ignore Shield of Faith.
I'm taking the dagger that is most definitely not cursed.
Okay.
Nice. I
Fancy
guess,
fancy looking dagger from some dead noble dude.
have a quick look around this room real quick, just like a general inspection.
Sure.
There's nothing special about the dagger itself, right? Like, it doesn't make any extra damage.
No,
Running
it's
on a
just
pistol.
a very fine dagger. Yeah, looking around, you don't see anything
In that case, I'll head back out in this room.
except a clay pot in the corner of the room.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
no. I won't be touching that if there was.
No,
More ancient evils, yay!
no.
Is there
Soon we
this
have-
like?
Soon we'll have the entire Pokédex of ancient evils.
Is
Right.
there this like creepy symbol on the floor here?
That, despite like how it looks on Roll20, is a similar looking symbol to the one on the medallion you just found.
Ah,
Yeah,
cool. Interesting.
it is essentially the symbol of that royal family.
Okay, so I'll head through into this room. Oh, hold on. I'll throw a rock through the corridor first.
Okay.
How many rocks do you have?
I picked up the same rock I threw through the previous corridor.
Okay.
And then I'll go ahead and take it back over to this corridor and throw it through.
Okay. As you do, nothing happens.
Cool. The rock test is sufficient for zoning, and we'll head on to burn.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
So walking through, you see 3 of the similar specter statues, I guess you could call them, the stone-bound specters.
I also see a broken pot in the corner.
And 2 other not broken clay pots.
The statues, are they like frozen in any kind of like position that might tell any kind of story, or can I suss anything out about how they died?
The only story that you can really gather from it is that they died quickly and painfully.
Hey, at least it's quickly.
Like it
Well,
was,
that's bad.
it was almost like a flash.
Are any of them like shielding their face or something? In panic?
None are shielding their face, but some have their hands out, or their arms like outstretched.
I'm trying to reach for something and got petrified. Anything else in this room?
In this room, roll an investigation check.
What?
Oh.
My investigation checks today.
Oh god, not another clay pot with an ancient evil. Not again.
Oh no. Please
Remember
don't.
the last time it happened.
Oh,
You see some, like, probably 3 or 4 like small chests piled in the middle, but the lids have been pried open and there's nothing left inside of them.
They're like forcefully pried open?
Yes, like the locks have been broken.
None of them are of higher quality as my royal chest, right? That I keep my stuff in.
No, I would say that they're roughly like the same make, but they're much, much older and therefore have that much more kind of wear and tear to them.
Wow, these guys are incompetent and had to break open the locks.
Essentially getting like sandblasted, you know?
So I take my rock again from the previous room.
Okay.
I throw it through this door.
Okay. As you do, the rock lands probably about 10 feet in front, inside of the doorway, and as it does, you hear like a,
Oh.
and you see a pressure plate go down, and through the doorway, there's like a mist of the same caustic acid that shoots, like through the doorway.
Right, I'll back away from that doorway. And we'll let that clear.
But are there can we see actually like the treasure and stuff in the room?
Yeah, from the outside of the door, you can like look around and see what's in the room.
Get the carpet. This is my character flaw. Get the carpet.
Does anybody want to like investigate inside of the room from like outside the doorway?
I do.
Okay.
Okay.
I have an idea of what might happen the moment I step into this room, but
When you do.
Okay. So looking in the room, you see that the eastern wall has been broken down, and there's open, like deep black, like opening on the other side of it.
I pointed out to the party.
That looks intriguing.
you know what else looks intriguing? Treasure that hasn't been stolen yet for some reason.
We're gonna have to go outside and tell them there was literally nothing of value in this tomb. You understand that, right? With your pockets filled with stolen gold.
I'm not gonna steal everything. I'm just gonna take a look, okay?
Didn't find anything. Nothing there. Yeah, sure, we came out a few thousand gold richer, but it wasn't the tomb. There's a nice man inside that gave us it.
I'm
The tomb
just
was
gonna.
empty.
I'm not gonna take everything. I'm just gonna. You have the fucking medallion, okay?
Yeah, you have
If
a
they
chance.
if they ask for it, I'll give them it.
Yeah, if they
If they
ask for it,
ask
I'm
for it.
gonna. If they ask for the dagger I got, then I'm gonna give them it too. Anyway, get the carpet. I wanna fly in there without touching the floor.
Cadabra.
Okay. So, are you all currently flying on the carpet into
I'm
the
waiting from
room,
outside. I'm watching.
or are you like hovering it over the ground like you had before?
I wanna sit in the carpet and like fly through the room just because I don't know how many pressure plates are in the room, considering that that there is treasure in the room. You know, there's gotta be a reason no one took it.
Okay. So yeah, you get on the carpet and go in. There's no pressure plate activated. There's no acid or anything as you fly into the room. And going inside, you do see that there is one chest that has been popped open with everything taken inside, and you see another chest that has not been opened yet.
Does it have a lock?
Yes.
Okay, I'm kind of suspicious. Why is there a second chest that hasn't been opened? That one has been.
I have no clue.
Okay, can I check if the chest is a mimic?
Yeah, roll investigation.
This is gonna be a terrible investigation check. I'm gonna roll a 9 or whatever, or like, oh, 13. Probably isn't enough either, but like.
13? It's hard to tell. It looks like a chest.
But I'm not entirely sure.
All chests do look like chests.
Yeah.
But then
That
again,
is
many
correct.
mimics do also look like chests. It could be either way.
Okay, I'm gonna float a bit away from the chest and I wanna shoot it with my short bow.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay, dope. I'm gonna take the arrow out of the chest or wherever it landed, and I'm gonna pop open the lock and take the lock
Okay.
and hope I don't die.
Damn.
So as you pick the lock,
By the way,
chest-
I wanna prepare to like dodge or whatever, just in case there's more acid.
Okay. So as you pick the lock, the chest, the top lid, opens up from being secured onto the bottom, and it sprouts a set of teeth and a tongue, and it bites you on the arms as you pick the lock.
Phenomenal.
How much damage do I take?
I thought they dodged.
That will be...
Well, I prepared to dodge
You're
like
gonna.
acid spray, not a fucking bite.
Yeah. So that will be... Bite...
15.
7 points of damage, plus 4 acid.
There's acid too. Or like.
You can uncanny dodge it, right? It's an attack.
I can, right? Yeah, right.
If you want.
How much
to.
is that? How much is?
Uh,
I'm bad at math.
half of that, that'll be 3. Yeah, we'll say 3. We'll round it down.
So 3 for the bite and then 4 acid.
3 for the bite, 2 for acid.
Okay. Wait, okay, that had 34 HP. 3 for the bite is 31. That's correct math, right?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, I'd like to scream, here's the fucking mimic! Or whatever. Do I know what a mimic is?
Roll
Everyone knows what the mimic is.
roll
True,
a history. Roll a history check,
You might be incredibly dense. Who knows?
and everybody roll initiative.
Great. I mean, I guess it should be like somewhere
3?
around here right now.
So 2, yeah. You don't really know about mimics. Apparently not really encountering many in Wintervale.
Yells like, fuck guys, the chest just bit me.
Yes.
It's got teeth.
So that will...
This dog looks a lot like a box. I actually at least know what a mimic is. You just know.
Very true.
Yeah, you don't really know what they are that much. You've
Alright.
heard of it.
That technically just means I shot for some reason decided to shoot an arrow in the box, even though I had no reason to except for let's see what'll happen.
Okay, so yeah, Durgate, you're up first.
Okay, I cast stab. 16.
That is a hit.
16 spell attack.
9 piercing damage.
Okay.
And am I like is the mimic isn't stuck to my arm, right? Like it's not biting him.
No, it did not get a chance to grapple you.
Okay, then I'd like to get the fuck like with the carpet or whatever, just disengage as a bonus action, like I don't know, fly over here.
Okay.
Can I try and beckon Durga to leave the room vocally?
Sure. Yeah. And Talia, you're up.
Okay. From here, can I look like into? Can I like look at the mimic from here?
I would say you're still on the other side of the doorway, and it's just on the other side in the corner, so no.
I don't want to step onto the acid plant. Can I like kind of like beckon the mimic to like come to the step on the acid thing?
I mean, I guess you could just wait until it's in front of my face and bite me.
I mean, you can try. You can
prepare
roll
an
it.
attack.
I can roll what?
You can roll like a persuasion check to see if you can convince it.
Okay,
Cool.
I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna.
Or he's saying, hey mimic, I'm very tasty. High elves are
Fuck!
It's in that
It's
one.
that one.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to notice you. Okay, so what are you doing, Talia? You're just gonna... Yeah. What are you doing?
My
apparently
mom
not
just-
saying.
You there?
Yeah, I'm done. Sorry, my mom just came in.
Oh, that's
Okay, no, okay, then that's it for my turn.
Okay.
My mom just came in and she like looked into my screen and was like, "Oh, okay, go on." And it's just like, "We're winning."
Oh,
You know,
okay.
we're alive, but you know.
So the mimic is going to use its movement to get back over to Durgit
Yeah.
and is going to.
Doesn't that give Durga an attack of opportunity?
No, Durgit's not
Yeah.
pulled on listed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has to leave.
And uses its pseudopod attack.
It's what?
Pseudopod.
What the fuck
Pseudopod.
is what is a pseudopod?
Sensor.
Do you want like the actual definition of what it does?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. So the pseudopod attack.
Got an 8, so it missed.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me pull it up real quick.
Apparently are subject to its adhesive trait, according to.
I mean, the adhesive trait was like I feel like I kind of fell for it. I don't think I'm gonna fall for it again.
Yeah.
No, adhesive like sticky?
Oh.
So I assume what the pseudopod attack is because it doesn't have like a definition of what it does exactly. It is a melee attack, so I assume it's using its tongue to lash out. I'm not really sure, to be totally honest with you. So, but I can look it up. I can look it up and send it to you if you're really interested in
Yeah,
that
I'm
after the
interested.
session. But that is a miss anyway, so it does not matter. So Tony, you were up.
Apparently it adheres to whatever it touches.
While it's in its object form, though,
Yes.
it's actually like come alive, so it's no longer
Wait.
in its.
The mimic has a true form?
Yeah, it looks
I
like
mean-
a massive jelly. It's weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lightning lure him.
Okay.
Please don't let me lure me.
It needs a spell DC 13 to negate this pull.
Okay. So that is a 18.
Well, that makes
Or wait, strength pool, no, 20.
strength. Oh well, either way.
Yeah. Does it
and
take
then-
any? Does it take
Nope.
any damage? Or okay.
It sits there and looks all smug. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Durga as a bonus action.
Okay.
I give you a point in your general direction. A little like spark comes out of the end of my finger, and you get a shield, magic like shield.
Nice, thanks.
And I kind of wait here.
And that adds how much to
Two.
their armor class?
So
To the armor
2
class.
AC boost.
So it's 19 now.
Damn. Okay.
You have more AC than I do.
Tony, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay. Durgit,
Actually,
you
by
were up.
default, I have more AC than I do now.
Okay, so I'm gonna stab again, because it's the only thing I can do. 26.
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
7 piercing. That's wait, hold on. And okay, okay, yeah, 7 piercing damage.
Okay. Got it.
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna disengage and fly out the room.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna get off the flying carpet.
Okay. Cool, got it. Talia, you were up.
I'm gonna cast Shatter.
Okay.
Not the long growth of depression.
No, I'm too close to the long row of depression.
Okay. You can take some step. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Let me cast
Shatter is their new favorite spell.
Apparently, yeah. After Vicious
Makes
Mockery.
good damage. Shut up. It needs to make a, DC 15. Wow.
DC 15?
Yes.
Okay. That is not great. So that's like a 10.
Yes.
Good. Then it takes 13 damage.
Cool. Alright, got it.
It's not dead.
No, it is not.
It's a little box.
Okay, as a bonus action, I would as a bonus action, I'd like to take a big step back.
Okay.
You do that as part of your movement, I'm pretty sure, but...
Shut up. That is all. Thank you.
Okay. So the mimic is up now, and it will make its way through the doorway slowly and come into Durgat's line of sight.
Yeah, does it trigger any pressure plates or whatever?
There is acid that comes out and burns it on its way through, and it takes 5 points of acid damage.
Okay. And I'm making an
0
opportunity
points of
attack.
turn. You can't make an opportunity attack until it
Well,
leaves
then-
your reach.
It went into my reach.
Yeah, it entered your reach. You can make it when it leaves your reach. I can make it when
Oh,
it enters
shit.
my reach because I have a feat.
I mean,
Yeah,
I rolled an
didn't do
8,
it.
so it doesn't matter.
Oh,
If
shit.
I don't disengage and move it away, then you would get the opportunity
Yes.
attack. But just moving into your melee range, it doesn't get that.
So, like, if it walked back into the room now, you'd get one.
Yeah, it probably won't.
Run away, little chest.
Okay. It is going to go for a bite attack again on Durgat.
It really doesn't like me.
That
That's
is
not- No,
a
because
17.
of,
Ah.
Shield of Faith, that
Right.
so it doesn't hit.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, Tony!
And yeah, that is it. That is the mimic's turn. Tony, you were up.
You really cheesy thumbs up for that. I'm gonna do the 1-2. Oh my god, what are these rolls? Oh my
goodness.
god. Yep, I've got a bonus action pull. 23, thank god that one hits.
Okay.
It does only do 3 damage, but I'm divine smiting it. It can go and die. For what? That is a roll. Oh.
Wow.
That is as big as a roll gets.
So
50,
20
60.
So 25 in total?
Yes,
Right.
25 total.
Okay.
Is it dead?
Not yet.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
That's a sturdy chest right there.
But it's not looking good either, so.
Good.
Tony, is that it?
I'll move you.
Okay.
Just to kind of like,
Yeah.
give
got
the
it.
opportunity of more damage.
Durgat, you're up.
I cast fuck off chest.
Yep, that's
It does
hit.
8 piercing damage. And I'm
Alright.
gonna do sneak attack on top of that, because Tony is within 5 feet. +9, so 17 in total.
Okay. Cool, got it. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Alright. Talia, you were up.
One moment, please.
No problem.
I smell a vicious mockery.
Right? Dixon needs that time to find a good one.
Wait, I want to pull up 100 insults from vicious mockery and a number generator. Okay,
Imagine you're
There's
looking
mockery.
through your diary.
fuck.
Aww.
Yeah, she's like.
Okay, so the mimic gets a.
No, you roll 2 dice, remember? You need to roll another d4.
That is true. That is true.
They fail. They fail anyway. So
Yes.
like
Four
4
damage.
That is not.
Goddamn.
Will you stop? You didn't roll too good either.
Like, that itself is a vicious mockery on like, if you should take damage for those.
Technically, yeah. What's the insult, Talia?
Still
You rolled
alive,
this
by the
bad-
way.
You wrote this badly because you didn't say an insult before.
What's that smell? I thought breath weapons were supposed to come out of your mouth.
Oh,
All right, Talia, is that your turn?
Yeah, I guess I can't really do anything else except. Oh, okay, no, I can't do anything else. Tony's between me and the mimic, so I can't.
I mean,
I'm safe for now.
Okay.
Oh, you're it's safe.
So
I
the
feel like-
mimic.
I feel like it's going to attack me.
So the mimic is going to turn around and make a bite attack against Tony.
Aw.
How dare he, my Morris?
18.
It hits!
Okay.
Disadvantage being because vicious mockery.
Yes, so 11.
It doesn't hit.
Okay,
Yes.
Whew.
cool.
Good thing I remembered that.
Vicious Mockery is a nice replacement for the shield.
Yeah.
And that is its turn. So Tony, you were up.
As it comes up to smack me with its lips, I'm gonna jam my glaive into its teeth and somehow miss.
Yep.
Hey, I get a. Why is it only the pole that rolls well? It's like the worst of the damage.
You're good at smacking things.
I got a 2. Imagine
Wow.
hit the other end of the pole.
Okay, how do you want to do this? That was literally
Come on,
the
I like-
HP that it had left.
I weakly like smack it in its eye, like awkwardly, like go, like failing my first 2 attacks, kind of like fumbling around my stick. And then like while it's on the floor, I give like an awkward kick back.
Cool, got it. Yeah, and then it just falls to the ground and turns into a puddle of jelly.
Oh, is there anything in the puddle of jelly?
Yellow.
There is roughly 20 gold coins, a platinum piece, a rib cage, and a femur from a humanoid-looking creature.
Dips on the rib cage.
A rib cage. We're good.
Dips on the
rib
rib cage. Dips on the rib
Yeah,
cage and
sure.
femur. I don't think I can put everything to the pillowcase, but I'm trying. Humanoid rib cage and humanoid femur. What's it called?
Femur, yeah.
A femur.
F-E-M-U-R.
And there's also an inkwell that is left over too, like for a quill, like a quill and ink.
I mean, that's good for Talia, right?
Yeah, in case you're an
Talia,
outlaw.
quill, ink and quill.
Oh, ink and quill. Yes.
And like the feathers on the quill are just coated in like a slimy substance and like matted together, and just the quill doesn't look great.
Like, is the chest like still there? It's like all slimy or whatever.
Which,
Are there any mimic teeth?
roll an investigation.
My awesome investigation checks. A whole S6.
No, you don't see any.
I pull out the magic carpet from behind us again.
Okay.
And you said there was like a hole in the wall or something?
Yeah. It looked like the eastern wall had been either like broken down or blown away with like a black powder sort of thing, like whether it be dynamite or a bomb.
Well, I'll have a good old nosy in there.
And there's like some rubble in the corners of the room and stuff.
Yeah, anyone like to join me on this magic carpet ride?
Before we do that, can we take a short rest?
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Killing it for him.
We'll say for that purpose too. We'll take like a 5-minute rest, like in real life, in case anybody
Okay.
wants to get some water.
I
or
would
take
like a
bathroom
drink.
break.
I thought you were gonna say take a bath.
Yeah, just take a quick bath real quick.
Ah.
Okay, I wanna roll some hit dice to regenerate like some fucking health.
Tony has a total of 4
I
spell
just
slots.
need to get my spell slots back up.
This is a short rest, not a long rest.
I
Yeah.
know.
We don't get spell slots back.
Well, if you were a warlock, you would, but like.
Warlocks! Wizards! Friends! I'll also roll a hit dice and cry about my lost shield.
That was a good shield.
Let me roll my d6 hit dice.
We can always go back to like the blacksmith and the other what's called. I can't for the hell of me remember the town. It was Kabas,
Cobbus.
Yep. There you go.
right?
You literally said it perfectly, but it sounded like at like half speed, like Kaba.
Because I needed to.
Like you're
I,
reading it, but you're like couldn't understand the words.
I was reading it from the map. In this. Pretty sure. I think the blacksmith like soul shields, so you can enchant or whatever, and the What the fucking thing called? I can't read the map. It's too. Yeah. Plague Sula. I don't like this font.
Yeah, Plague Sula.
That was the magic town, right?
Yeah, that is the capital. That's the town that has the Temple of Macabre and
Okay, magic.
it's very magically inclined.
Yeah, and we can get stuff enchanted there, so yeah.
Cool. Yep, sure can. Because I believe Tony knows quite a skilled couple of enchanters.
Are they called Mr. and Mrs. Tony's parents? I don't know Tony's last name.
I don't think Tony knows Tony's last name.
Didn't you make it so it was blue? Tony Blue?
Tony Sacre Blue.
Tony Soccer Blue? Soccer Blue.
And I'm writing a backstory for, I mean, in general, I realized I should probably write a family backstory for, like, Dorgat and Mother, and yeah.
It couldn't hurt.
Yeah. I don't know if I should do it right now, but like, it was supposed to be a 5 minutes break, so probably not. I'll do it tomorrow. I said I'm probably not gonna do it tomorrow.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure Tony is still like on break, so if you want to do something real quick, that's fine.
Yeah, but like, I can't write an entire backstory for a family just within like 5 minutes.
Damn, you can't? No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I could write some notes that aren't grammatically correct and use weird words and grammar.
Excellent.
I mean, as long as it's understandable. But like, it would be understandable for me, and I don't know how well other people would understand it. I should get something to eat too, but I'm too lazy to get up, so I'm not going to.
Yeah, too lazy for that.
I'm back and I have orange rolls.
You what?
I have orange chocolate rolls.
Orange chocolate? Okay.
They're chocolate cake rolls with orange cream in them.
That sounds disgusting.
Guess
No,
who's
imagine
back?
I mean,
Hi, we're on a 5-minute
is,
break.
Hi!
chocolate is awesome, but like the orange stuff.
Guess who's
It's
back?
orange.
Back again.
Everyone.
Me.
Everyone.
Shady's back.
Shady, get out of here. Damn it, Slim.
Cool. Hardrada's back.
Yeah,
Yay!
you're joining me for the VTuber deck. My
Yeah.
shield got pretty much, so that's an update.
What happened?
Acid ate my shield,
Oh, that sucks.
and I have 3 spell slots. But we
Excellent.
killed some spooky things, and we looted things, and we made reasonably stupid decisions.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you guys just taking a break right now?
We
Yeah,
were.
We're taking a short
Yeah.
rest,
Yeah.
I believe they're called.
Yeah, we'll start it again in like a minute or so, because I'm gonna go get something to drink real quick.
I mean,
Okay.
technically we could sleep in that room and continue tomorrow.
8 hours sleep. I've
I
got
mean,
enough
yeah.
to smite some people. I've got at least 1 second level divine smite.
Yeah, still we could, you know, recover spells, not just sleep. I mean,
I still
who's
have the
gonna-
oh fuck button.
the fuck, what?
I still have the oh fuck button of a 2nd level divine smite.
Ah, yeah. But we can
So-
still, again, nothing would stop us from sleeping there. It would be odd, but if we need rest, then we need rest.
I feel like it's just war.
Accurate. I mean, it is a fact that straight people walk slower than queer people. I can confirm that.
Yeah.
when I
Did you
walk-
know that
yeah.
depressed people walk faster than normal people?
I mean, queer people too.
So queer and
Like you-
depressed queer people must walk the fastest then.
Yeah, probably.
Also
I
people
mean,
with
when I'm
long
walking-
legs.
Yeah, but like, I swear to God, when I'm walking through town, I'm like one of the fastest people there. I'm walking my own, like I'm faster than most. I mean, people that are really like tall or whatever, and are a bit faster than me, but like usually. What are you eldritch blasting?
A wall.
Eldritch blessing.
Alright, cool. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Yes. Shall I just pretend I like came in later, like I was like, oh hey, I'm checking on the doors.
Yeah, that's fine. Or if you
You
want to
just
even,
looked at the walls for.
Well, I mean like just
2 hours.
teleport to where they are, basically.
or even like talk to one of the archaeologists on the outside too.
And then I just sort of come in somehow.
Yeah. Well, because we'll say that, you know, it's a pretty linear path to where the rest of the party got to, so it doesn't take much searching to find, like, where they are.
Yeah, and I definitely avoid all the traps. Yes.
Source, trust me, bro.
So yeah,
Ever
you'll...
turn.
Oh, dang.
Hardrada. We
I
just
thought-
killed the mimic, and I got acid, and Tom lost the shield.
Yeah,
Like
Tony's
acid.
shield got destroyed.
Yeah, I mean acid as in the thing that eats through stuff, not the drug. I mean,
Yeah,
I would
I
know
went
about
like
drugs.
crazy,
I mean,
man.
I'm in a thief still. I would know about drug stuff, right?
No, not at all.
I am pure Tony, I would not know about drug stuff.
I can't. I sometimes have difficulties with hearing.
Tony, do you have a
sarcasm.
torch lit?
I do. In the
Okay.
hand that you used to be holding a shield.
Yeah, not so much anymore.
I'm Tony.
I just realized that my character, a neutral good character, literally knows thieves, murderers, and drug dealers or whatever. Ah,
Hey, why not?
yeah, well,
Adds character.
yeah. I mean, I don't like it. I want to get out of the life, kind of, but like, I kind of also feel like I owe them something. So yeah.
I set Hardrada. Oh, by the way, that room's very trapped. Don't go in it.
Which one?
The room that I'm looking at. That has the.
Yeah,
bed
well,
in
there
it.
is like, this is right.
Yeah, and you see Hardrada, like, come running into the room, like, kind of out of breath, and sees the rest of you and, like, comes to a very immediate halt. And Tony conveys this information, like, oh, you know, all those rooms were just trapped, right?
No, I didn't encounter any traps.
And through his thumb, like, he missed every single one.
You nimble-footed bastard.
You nimble-footed dwarf.
I'm putting it a bit lighter than Tony would.
I'm actually 247 pounds, I'll have you know.
How would you? I'm not asking questions.
I just realized it doesn't make any sense that I only weigh 175 pounds or, and have 16 strength because muscles do weigh a lot. It's the genetics.
Well, when
Because I'm
you're
taking-
missing a leg, that makes up for a lot of weight.
True that, but like I'm for Sturgan actually looks surprisingly skinny for a half orc. Again, their profession is not getting caught, not fighting.
Turner looks like a dude.
Yeah, it's just some random dude.
If you see a
So did
dude
you
on the
guys
street,
find the
he looks a bit
artifact
like
yet?
that. We found a hole in the wall.
I think the hole
I
is like
pointed the hole
around.
in the wall.
What is the hole here? Like that's east,
It's
right?
like here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
Can you
Yeah.
see the hole?
this wall right here.
Is there a spider web on it?
Yes.
Cool. So, is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, after I remove the markers.
Load up on the
thingies.
carpet. I slapped the carpet.
I can't remove it because it's at the edge of the map.
Cool. And everybody goes through the broken hole, which as you go through it, you see that on the other side is a carved stone set of stairs.
Can I just mention the broken hole is a great tavern name.
The broken hole. The broken
It
hole is
sounds
also
like
a good
brothel.
whorehouse name.
Oh no.
Also called brothel.
If anything, that is a bad whorehouse name.
Yeah.
My mom used to work there. What?
At the broken hole.
Yes.
Oh, whoops! I just accidentally looked into the other room.
Hello.
Ah.
We're all together.
We should probably check for traps because
Whoa.
the corridor is
Hardrada,
very
we're on the
slim.
same flying carpet, come on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're in a flying carpet.
On the magical carpets.
So yeah, you see a set of stone stairs descending downward.
Just for reference, as we flew in the previous one, could I have picked up the rock I threw in?
Make a dexterity check. Okay. So yeah, as you fly over, you like lean down and put your arm beneath the carpet and grab the rock that you had earlier.
I would like to be very sorry for the acid damage I was about to incur, but we're fine. I have my trusty rock. Onwards? Yeah.
Yeah.
Onwards.
Okay.
Should I throw the rock down the corridor in case there's a spooky
Yes,
down
you
there?
probably
Okay.
should. I mean,
I lob the rock down the corridor.
Okay. It tumbles down, going down the corridor and like into the darkness, and you don't hear anything.
It could be weight triggered instead of touch triggered, or you know, like it may need
Well-
more weight than that.
The rock test has worked every time previously.
I would say that I would say that it made it down probably about 15-20 feet down the corridor.
I'm more than happy to continue flying.
yeah, me too.
Anyone
go.
gonna question the rock's power?
Yes, I'm going to take a investigation check. I think it would be to check for traps.
Okay, go ahead.
Haven't rolled several. Oh no, wait. That was
Ouch.
It does not appear to be trapped.
Okay,
Okay, the
well,
rock
I'll
doesn't
go.
lie.
It's your fault if we get killed.
No, it's the rock's fault.
trust me. I've had enough. I already got a bit acided.
We float on down.
So yeah,
Yeah.
going down, you follow the half circular staircase, and it winds down, and you see at the bottom there's an open landing with a hallway leading west.
We do not. We should not land.
I
Yeah,
agree.
we're not-
The flying carpet is a nice, comfy, not death zone.
Yes, I agree.
So we're going up these stairs now.
Yeah, so
Is that
going down, you would be in the corridor now,
Okay.
and there's only a singular tunnel going west from that point.
I'd like to take one of my bones. Let's see which one. Yum, yum.
Going west?
Fuck it. I'm taking the femur because those should weigh a bit, and I'm throwing it down the corridor.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay. Then let's go.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be trapped down this corridor.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Does the
I'm
carpet
gonna-
fit in this corridor at least? This is a very thin corridor.
Just barely, I would say.
Okay. I'm gonna pick up the femur I just threw when you fly past it.
Okay. And doing that, you come out of the corridor and you're in a very open, natural stone cavern. And it's being lit very dimly by glowing green fungus.
Oh no, there's spider webs.
Don't
No.
touch the shrooms.
Touch the shrooms, got it.
No.
Okay, since we
I will
just
cut off your hands if you try and touch
okay,
them.
since we just established that I know some drug stuff, do I know these mushrooms?
Let's see, roll a nature check.
Oh, you
Oh,
should
no.
really let me roll the nature check.
Can
Yeah,
we
but
all? Can I get
which-
support? Can I support with nature check,
I'll support you.
Sure.
If you ask.
please?
I'll support you.
anyone?
I
Yeah.
will.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, great, that's a 4.
Oh, God
Yeah, I
damn.
would say that doing that. Oh, a 4? Even with
4?
help? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, they don't look recognizable to you.
Okay, guys,
Um,
anyone know what these mushrooms are?
They
I
are
don't.
they are glowing like a eerily green color.
They look scary.
I
I'm
will
not touching.
check as a level 1 ranger.
Question, like, what's right here? Because all I see is blackness, but it looks like this cave wall goes through here.
So, looking ahead in the main part of the chamber, you see that it is engulfed in a blackness that cannot be penetrated.
I
Even
think
with
I know
dark
what this
vision,
is. Hand me a rock.
Even with dark vision, even with torchlight, it doesn't penetrate the inky black
Okay,
space.
Hand me a rock.
I give
I hand
you.
Hardrada the trusty rock of testing.
Oh,
I throw
Okay,
it.
no.
I throw it where I
Let's keep
assume
going.
is the roof of the of inside that darkness.
Okay. As you do, you lob it forward, and it goes into the darkness and disappears. But you hear a clattering sound nonetheless,
Yeah, I think I know what this thing is.
and it makes a very loud thud as it hits the rock floor again.
I have a
And-
better idea. How about we don't go into mysterious darkness and go to into the average darkness instead?
And as that happens, you hear like a very loud, labored breathing, like a wheezing noise coming from one of the dark chambers around you.
Never mind. We're
I'm
checking this
sufficiently terrified.
thing. Me too.
How's everyone feeling on that? Sufficiently terrified?
Is
I
this the
think I
first
know
time
what
I'm
this
able to
is.
see in darkness. What the fuck? What is this? Guys, what is this?
Mm.
I'm stupid. I don't know
I
that
mean-
much. I just act like I do.
To me, this looks like normal darkness. Everything is very dark to me.
Well, in case you don't, well, if you get closer to it, you might realize that the torch doesn't do anything.
No, yeah.
And as you're investigating this darkness, you hear the labored wheezing get louder,
Okay,
from-
maybe one of the trees.
and from out of the darkness, a shape runs to the first person it sees, which is Durgate.
Fuck, not again.
I'd like to stab it.
Okay,
Range.
go ahead. Yeah, 10-foot range. Go ahead.
Nice. Oh, I missed. I
7.
kind of awkwardly wheeled my pole over.
And as it runs up on Durgate, it grabs Durgate and
No!
somewhat of a bear hug. And that will be
Hugs.
a
Aw.
23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
What's with the first one?
Yeah.
Roll twice.
Yeah, I know. Okay, yeah, so we'll go off of the second one then, 12. I didn't realize that it rolled twice. I must have double
I
clicked.
think the order's different for you. For us,
Yeah,
the
but-
12 is the first roll.
Yeah, 12 is the first roll
The
for
Yeah.
12
me
is
as
the
well.
second roll.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean, is that I must have
Oh, okay.
accidentally double clicked it. I didn't realize that.
Okay, so it's 12.
So 12, yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't hit.
Okay. So as it comes running up to you and goes to put you in this giant bear hug, you dodge out of the way, and it kind of runs past you. And what you see when you look at it is the face of it looks very humanoid, but almost mummified. And protruding out of its back are almost like spider-like legs with very long claws attached to either end. one at the top of both of its shoulders, and the other in a downward position from underneath its arms.
I'm gonna try and make it.
Mr. GM,
Yes?
Yeah.
I'd like to throw.
Okay. Permission granted.
I would
And
like-
everybody roll initiative.
Okay.
Jesus fucking Christ! If we don't look up our
Is it
I'm
with
gonna
my
kill you.
initiative rolls?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Oh.
not great.
How the fuck is a paladin faster than me?
I'm not. Wait, what? Oh, we got a 6.
Thanks, guys.
While we're on the topic of throwing up, I can make myself throw up because I can make myself choke without even pushing a finger into my throat, which is kind of
Nice.
disgusting and weird.
No.
So yeah, let me get that in the descending order. Talia, you were up first.
Okay,
Holy shit, they're slow as fuck. Good.
Stabbing would be nice. Thanks. Stab
Go.
Okay, go ahead.
probably here. 23?
23. Okay, so you go to stab into it, and as you do,
Are you in range?
it doesn't have any effect on it. And as you pull your sword out, you see sand like pouring out of the wound, but it seems otherwise unaffected.
Oh, I have an idea.
I'll sue you.
I'll
You just
sue-
wait.
Did the Lost seriously roll a 1?
Yes.
It did.
Fucking Christ. Good, then I guess I don't have to roll any damage. Fuck this then.
Talia, you were up next.
What? Talia
No,
just
I
won.
Or,
don't.
Hadrada, sorry.
I'm going to use Thunder Wave.
No!
Hello.
However, I'm going to use Sculpt Spells
Ah.
so that it doesn't hit any of my friends.
Okay.
Thank you for considering.
So it makes a. Ooh, that's pretty good. Not good enough though. 14.
So it takes 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 17? 17 damage.
17.
And goes flying backwards 10 feet.
10 feet. Okay.
So, like, it would be right here.
Yeah, no, I just moved it back 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
In the darkness. Great.
And then I'm gonna move to the back of the carpet.
Okay.
Hold on, the thing just did leave my range, right?
Yeah, but it left it.
Forcefully,
It was
yeah.
forcefully left your range, so you wouldn't be able to get an attack of opportunity.
God damn it.
Yeah. Tony, you were up.
I'm going to take an action in order to use Divine Sense, which tells me the presence of. Actually, what is all accent?
Oh, I need to take away one of my spell slots. One
No,
second.
yeah. I don't think that will. I think that's a harebrained idea, which is terrible. Alright, so I am going to. What do I have that doesn't require me to stare at people to use? A little nothing, a little nothing. Great, I could run into the darkness. That seems terrible.
Yeah, I would
guess I'll
say.
prepare an attack.
I would say if you did that, you would be at disadvantage on your attack rolls.
Yeah. I will prepare an attack for any incoming creepy evils.
Okay. Durgit, you were up.
Since I can see this dipshit either, I'm gonna prepare an attack with my dagger. Because the slashing damage instead of piercing. And I hope that'll work. Probably not, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Alright, so the Lost is up again. So it is within the darkness, and you hear footsteps, and it comes running out of the darkness to Tony within
I'm
his
gonna
melee
make
range.
two attacks. One with my prepared attack, and one is an opportunity.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 13. A 5 doesn't hit.
Can I take
both,
2?
both miss. Yes, because he is within 5 feet of you.
I'm gonna use my
Is it?
reaction to use. I'm gonna use my reaction to shield Tony
Okay.
so that he gets +5 to his AC.
God damn. Okay.
Okay, and I get a
You can only shield
26.
yourself, don't you?
What?
I thought you could only shield yourself.
Can I only shield myself?
I thought. I mean, I might be wrong.
Let me
I haven't
check.
Shielding ages.
What is the spell?
invisible
Or yeah.
Oh,
look at
protects
that.
you.
Let me
Yeah,
know.
no, it's not other people.
Ah, right. I'm still weak as hell.
Okay. So Durga, you attack with your dagger.
Yeah, because the slashing damage, not piercing.
It has no effect.
Does anyone have mold earth?
So as it comes running out, it goes to embrace Tony in a bear hug as well.
Aww.
That is
The hug.
16.
16.
Aw, he grabs me.
Oh, did that get you?
Yes, I got a shield.
Okay.
It's been 10 minutes.
Let me see. So you
A Dennis
are
have a higher armor class than fucking Tony. What the fuck?
you
I'm
are
just- I am.
you are
Ember.
you are grappled. You are frightened, and you take. Hold on, real quick. Let me roll her up.
That's a lot of dice.
That is a lot
So-
of dice.
21 points of psychic damage.
I would appreciate being freed from this embrace very quickly.
And you also take it at the end of your turns.
You said 28.
21.
No, 21.
Oh,
Yeah, 21 points of damage.
I am looking very hurt.
And you'll have to repeat that save at the end of each of your turns. And you can also take a DC 14 strength check to try to break out of this embrace.
Okay.
And that is its turn. Talia, you were up.
Talia.
What?
Never mind. Thunderwave wouldn't be a good idea. You don't have sculpt spells.
Also, I'd get lodged with it.
Casting shadow.
Yeah, I think me too. No, wait.
You're not.
Okay, go ahead.
Shatter is a targeted spell.
Okay, so that will be
That's true.
13, so it fails.
So it gets 14, or gets 14 damage.
Okay, as you do, or as you hit it and it takes that damage, it was 14, you said? Okay, so, okay, got the damage. As you hit it, the embrace around Tony tightens,
Oh.
Oh,
and Tony takes 22 points of damage.
Wow, 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 wow.
Can I have Cure Wounds as a bonus action?
Cure Wounds is not a bonus action.
If I'm not frightened of the next
Ah,
turn,
Jesus
which is
fucking-
very unlikely.
Hardrada, you are up.
be careful. Do you have?
Be careful, Ben.
Who's Ben?
It's a Big Cook Little Cook reference. It's a children's TV show.
For the record, we don't want to kill Tony. Not today.
Yeah, no, I don't want to kill Tony.
I mean, you would get a sacrifice. No.
You have killed people before. You're not that innocent.
That is true.
That's true.
Yes.
I guess I will, I will use false life on Tony.
Okay.
Level 2. I forgot it gives me the stat block. I have to give you 2d4. 1d4. Plus 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 health.
Okay. Hardrada, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Tony, you are up. You can make a DC. Oh, yeah, you can make a. Okay, no, that's at the end of your turn. Never mind. Go ahead. Whatever you're gonna do.
I'm frightened, do I?
Yes.
Ah! I'm grappled, on it.
Yes.
Ah!
And you can make a DC 14 strength check.
Wow, look at that, it was 3. 3, folks, that's a real shame.
Okay. So you take. That's the end of your turn, right?
I don't think I can do anything on my turn, so yeah. Let me check frame condition. Disadvantage ability change.
Oh wait, never mind.
No, I can do something. I can do
Disregard the
something.
3. Okay.
No, yeah, I can do things. I'm going to lay on hands myself for 25 health.
Okay.
That's 10 out of 10. Check lay on hands' bonus action. As an action. And then I will. That's false living, no false live. Heroism is an action. It's an action. Killings is an action. I'll shield of faith myself. So that I don't get grabbed next time. If there's next time.
Well, yeah, but you're still grabbed.
No, yeah. I'm
Oh,
saying
okay, gotcha.
the next time I'm grabbed. I can't do anything
And
else in the situation.
and you do take 24 points
Wow.
of psychic damage.
You know, it's like I didn't lay on hands myself.
Is that your turn?
That is my full turn. Before Tony ends his turn. Ah!
Are you still alive?
Yeah. I have 1
Good.
more health than I did last turn.
Okay.
Durgit, you were up.
Okay, as a bonus action, I would like to use my greater healing potion that I definitely, there it is, and I'd like to, I don't know,
Force feed it to Tony.
force feed it to Tony, yes.
I would say that as you do that, the Lost would get well, no, because never mind. Yeah, okay, you're good. Go ahead. Yeah, so greater healing potion.
Yeah, I do have one, but I don't know how much HP generation.
1d6 plus 1. Nope, that's trident. I'm blind. It is. Don't stab me, please. 4d4 plus 4. I have it written down as I also have one. But I can't use it because I'm.
Yeah, well, I force feed wants to use, so cheers, dude.
And as you do, like, the Lost roars at you, and you just see, like, it opened its mouth and just a razor sharp set of teeth, and, like, as it roars, like, the air from it, like, blows your hair back a little bit.
That's 18.
Dude, that, I bet the smell is terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. Like,
Okay,
like rotted, decayed flesh.
Yummy, you know, breakfast.
You healed me 18 health.
You're welcome. I'd like to try and cut one of the arms off that are holding the Tony.
Okay, go ahead.
Please work, please work, and please roll. Hello, 15.
That is a hit.
Yes. So, can I cut the arm off?
Wait, but this thing
It has no effect, and Tony takes 13 damage.
Why? Why?
I take 1 damage. Thanks to hardrada.
Is that your turn, Turget?
Yes, I tried. Like, why can't I cut the fucking? Is it like immune to?
It's immune to slashing, obviously.
I know, but like when it was stabbed, like sand went out of its body, so I assumed even if it doesn't damage it, I could still like physically like cut things off. You know?
Yeah, I get what you're talking about.
So, okay, so it says for the Lost, it is resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing while in dim light or darkness.
Oh, resistance means it takes half damage.
Oh, yeah, okay, alright. My bad.
He is dead.
Hello, I'd like to make several damage
we
rolls.
all do this,
Okay.
though.
Yeah, I have some HP to deduce then.
Yeah.
So,
Just roll as many times as you tried to attack it.
Okay, so-
yeah, well, I'm just going up and adding it as I go.
Yeah, so Talia can roll 1 time and I can roll twice because I attacked twice. Right?
Well, no, I'm just going up in the chat history and
Okay.
taking half of what you guys rolled.
Yeah, but we didn't roll for damage
Yeah.
because
Oh.
you told us it was immune.
Totally
Right.
not
Okay, right. Go ahead.
AI?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
God damn it. There we go.
That's sick.
Can it roll, please? Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, roll 20 isn't rolling. Ah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's 5,
So,
5.5, and 6,
That's
and
half of 27.
3.
and I'm pretty sure in both these turns I was able to sneak attack thanks to Tony, so technically I could... Oh, wait, one was like an prepared attack, wait. Fuck it, I'm at sneak attacking at least once because I
You
can.
could do it on this turn.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
You can definitely do 1 sneak attack.
Great, 8
4
damage.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's still not bad. I mean, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, but it's half damage, so yeah.
Yeah,
So it's 4.
Okay. Yeah, I thought for some reason I saw immunity, not resistance, when I first glanced over it.
But it's
Okay.
still alive.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely
Oh,
still
yeah.
alive.
Yeah,
The way you
it's
said that
definitely
is so
still alive. Like, you guys
Okay,
aren't
now
getting
the-
out
but
of
now
this
the
that
question,
easily.
was I able to cut an arm off?
Yeah, we'll say that you could cut an arm off, and as soon as it falls to the ground, it uses one of its arm spikes to take its place.
Damn it.
We're gonna have to cut off a lot of arms.
Yes.
Tony currently feels about this.
Is that your turn, Cricket?
I mean, I can't really do anything else, except maybe, can I? I already used both my actions, okay, no, I can't really do anything else.
Okay. So, it is the Lost's turn, and it is going to use its other arm spike against Durgit.
Fuck my life.
22.
Damn it. Yeah, it hits.
I'm going
Okay,
to
dodge
use.
though.
I'm going
That
to.
is 7 piercing.
I'm going to use. What's it called? Hellish Rebuke
Okay.
for 17. 15 damage.
He
If
rolled
it-
an 18 on. He rolled an 18 on the save.
Okay, so what's half of 15?
7.
7. Okay.
Tony would like to.
Got it. Okay. And it is going to take Tony and go back into the darkness with its movement.
Hi, I'm going to leave.
And it is Talia's turn.
This is a terrifying little room.
Can I follow?
You follow?
Yeah.
Okay. You'll have disadvantage on all of your attack rolls. So yeah, go ahead.
I'd like to cast Cure Wounds on it.
Ah!
Oh,
Okay. Does that require you to be able to see, Tony?
I don't
Tony's
know.
holding a torch. Sweet.
Yeah, but this is a regular darkness. This is a magically this is a magically
advanced darkness.
this is a magically imbued darkness.
Creature you touch.
It's magic darkness.
No, if you could like fumble around with that, it's fine. Deal with.
So yeah, it'll be a disadvantage then.
Oh, question.
Yeah.
Can I actually use lightning lure to try and grab Tony out of the grasp?
You can't see me. So.
You can't see him, so it'd be a disadvantage too.
Oh no, I meant before he pulled him in.
Is it a
There
reaction?
you go.
It's the spell's not a reaction, but I was wondering if I could use a reaction to do that.
Not if it's not a reaction.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Nope.
Hey,
sorry.
can I like drive to work in this juice bottle? I know it's not a car, but I was wondering if I could use it to drive.
Talia. Okay. Also, roll a d20 and take the disadvantage to see if you even get it to begin with.
Fine.
Bless you.
Bless you.
What are the conditions for that? Like, it doesn't have to be higher or lower than Tony's armor class, or...
So do you want like a dexterity check or an insight or a perception? Try
So
and
that's-
find me in the darkness.
So that's a 4. So he does not get your cure wounds.
I will murder someone.
That guy? I'd like it to be that guy. I'd really like it to be that
Yeah,
guy.
you should probably,
Hardrada, you were up.
I I'm going to use I'm going to walk into the darkness,
Okay.
and I'm going to use Thunder Wave.
Okay.
Or actually, I'm going to use Shatter.
Okay.
Or actually, I think Shatter requires me to be able to see them. I'm going to use Thunder Wave, and I'm going to use Sculpt Spells so that it doesn't hit Tony.
Well, I would say he's being embraced by this creature, so you can't really hit one without the other.
Well, Sculpt Spells is like, they automatically... Sculpt Spells makes it so they automatically succeed
Oh.
their saving throw, and that they don't take any damage from it.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's not really that it's not hitting them, it's more that they're just not taking damage from it.
Got it, okay.
Or magically.
Ooh, that is a natural 1, so it fails.
Does it also release Tony because it failed?
It
Because...
does not.
Okay,
I'm
so
getting
Tony
big
just goes
hopes.
flying with it.
But Tony does take...
I can take one more. I can take one more, don't worry.
20 points of psychic damage.
Ooh, we low now.
I'm scared for Tony. I already did everything I could.
I've got 2 plans for next turn. One of them's really dumb.
I feel like one of them should be try to free yourself.
Hardrada, is that your turn?
I'm gonna also step out of the darkness now.
We need to get launched because Thunderwave.
Yeah, he would get moved 10 feet back, along with Tony.
Pushed him further into the darkness.
Don't worry.
What's this thing?
Ignore it. You can't see it.
Yeah,
You can't
pretty
see
much.
it. Go away.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's your turn, right, Hardrada?
Yeah.
Alright, Tony, your turn.
Would it count as my free manipulation of an object to open my tiny sun in a box?
I would say that's object manipulation, yeah.
Cool. I'll open my tiny sun in a box. See if that does anything.
Okay.
Did anything?
It does not light up the perpetual darkness.
So attack it.
Attack.
I kinda gotta heal myself. The question is, if I kill it outright, will it still kill me? But Hmm.
Huh.
Ha.
Huh.
Hmm.
Huh.
Hmm.
This is just gonna be a war of attrition, basically. We lose one man, they lose one man.
I will. What do I do?
You can yell back.
I can drink that potion as an action.
Yeah.
I also have a potion, which I will drink.
Okay.
For 17.
Okay.
That's a reasonable amount of health. Ah!
Yeah.
As a bonus action, can I headbutt him?
Sure.
The real question is this an improvised weapon attack?
I mean, your head isn't. Is your head an improvised weapon?
I would say that it's just a standard melee attack, like if you were hitting with your fist or kicking.
And can I divine strike this fall?
Sure.
Nice. Ho ho. Tony rears back his head, smacks it into his forehead, and divine smites with his face.
That's
Healing
19.
4 plus 6 plus 8
I think
plus
it's 23.
5.
Not terrible.
23 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah!
Releasing you from the ground.
Tony's like kind of strains its grasp. He's like trying to reach for his glaive, but he can't. He looks it in the eyes, raises back his head, and then clubs it into its forehead. A big blue streak of arc lightning just like blows its face up as I do that.
Nice.
No one else gets to see how cool it is because we're in the darkness.
Yeah. And it is dead. Extremely dead.
Yeet! Tony, where the fuck are you?
I'm over here. You should have seen that. Oh my god.
Well, I can't. This is the first time in my life I literally can't see anything. This is fucking creepy. How do you
I
live?
just killed it with my face.
How
And-
do you live like this?
And as it falls, so does the perpetual darkness.
Oh, that's nice.
If you can see that. Can you see that?
I'm still in the room. It's still dark.
Yeah.
Oh, hardrada. You inside of me.
Hello.
Gross.
Tony, what the shit? Like, okay, at first it's this fucking heat and vud'ar. Now it's actual darkness. Like, how do you live like
I
this?
feel so
Holy
alive. Tony has 27 health. Oh. You go
How
down
do
to
you
10 there
live
for a
like
bit. You came in with those saving throws.
And the perpetual darkness ends.
Oh.
Ahead of you, you see there is a green altar, a glowing green altar made of stone, and sitting on top of it is a dimly lit blue sword.
Do I recognize this altar?
Do you recognize the sword?
Do I recognize the altar? Or
Oh.
the sword? Either one.
Roll history check on the altar.
16. You get good history checks.
So you don't readily recognize the origin of the altar, but you do know that it is of an arcane nature.
This altar with the magic glowing weapon is of an arcane nature, guys.
Really?
Yep.
And
Uh,
and it looks like it's been here since the construction of the chamber that you are currently in.
And to me, it looks like it, in this giant tomb, is pretty old.
Really?
Thank me later for that instance.
The sword is hovering roughly 5 inches above the altar, and it's like floating and hovering.
If someone else
I
wouldn't
have-
mind touching that, I might die if it tries to kill me.
You know what? This is I drank poisonous snake blood. Might as well I go to the sword and try to touch it.
I step back.
I also step back.
Good call. Talia should probably also step back.
Jesus,
Okay.
okay.
So as
If I
Durga,
die-
so as Durga goes to reach for the sword, they grab it and hold it within their hands. And a couple of seconds after that, it disappears out of their hands and is floating above the altar again.
Can I try it?
Did
No.
it hurt?
did it hurt?
No, it didn't
Jesus.
hurt you or
No,
harm you
it
in any
didn't.
way.
It sounds like the artifact that you told us about.
Cool.
Tony, you try it.
Tony.
I'ma go and grab the sword.
Don't worry, I'm with you.
Free.
Okay.
Take it out the hole. See if it disappears.
So you grab it, and a few seconds later, it just dematerializes from your hands and is hovering above the altar again.
Talia?
I
Talia,
grab it.
inspect it.
I grab it.
Okay. So you grab the hilt of it, and you hold it in your hands, and it stays.
You should really consider inspecting that.
Why?
Because we need to know what it is.
Yeah, Talia, can you use I know what the fuck it is?
Check. Yes, I can. It's not here. I know what the fuck it is.
Okay. So the magic you get from it is 1 second. It is transmutation magic. And roll a history check.
Okay.
We all appreciate Hardrada still miles back at the end of the territory.
10? Okay.
So, wow.
I'll say that you being from Esdale as well, that gives you an advantage. So 16.
Yeah.
Historically, you have only heard tales of the sword, but you know that its name is Moon Fury. You know that it was supposedly forged in Uthad, and it was wielded by several legendary warriors throughout history. The blade emits a blue-green luminescent glow in a 15-foot diameter, and on a hit, targets beside undead take 1d4 extra damage, and undead and fiends take 1d6 extra lightning damage.
That is dope as fuck.
That's a good sword. I fully commend an anti-fiend sword.
Why doesn't Tony get the fiend? Why do I get the fiend sword?
You're my fiend friend now. You help me
Probably
with
because you're a magic user. Oh, well, Tony's also a magic user, to be fair.
Because the sword chose you. Tony's like
Maybe.
wide-eyed at this, like, wow.
Guys, I have an idea. We should probably, I don't know, like, set up camp here because we're all pretty fucking tired.
Talk about yourself. No, I'm just kidding.
In the cave.
I mean, yeah. Do you want to go back out there to throw all of these traps?
What if we die in the cave?
Well, that's another one for more adventurous on the list of people who've gone missing.
I have alarm.
Oh yeah, you do.
Hey, I'll cast alarm like all of this cave. As far of this cave as I possibly can.
Okay,
Looking for things that want to kill me.
cool. Yeah, got it. So alarm is cast.
Nice. Second.
Are you
Is this
taking a long
off?
rest or a short rest?
I'd say long rest because we're all pretty tired.
Yeah, sure. Long rest. Why not?
Okay.
Before I go to sleep, I'd like to see if this corpse has anything on it.
Oh yeah. Teeth.
Okay, roll investigation.
12. 12, but...
So on its body, it doesn't have any weapons, and it barely has like tattered rags as clothing, and you do not find anything particularly interesting on it besides the actual creature itself.
I do know for a fact this thing has teeth, so I'd like to take the teeth out of the mouth.
Okay.
A dental check.
Yeah. Roll a medicine check for me.
It's literally just cutting. Okay, I didn't have to do this last time.
So what
Yeah,
are
but
the
this
rolls
has better
stats
teeth.
on the sword?
Where's medicine? There's medicine. Watch me roll a 0. That's in 16.
16? Okay. So going through its jaw and mandible, you find that there are no teeth there.
Yeah, I saw some. Oh well.
It seemed like when its mouth was opened in a roar, like wide open, the teeth were there.
Okay, then I'm taking the jaw and prying it wide open.
And as you do, teeth retract or go from like a spring-loaded position in the gums and shoot out. And
Dope.
there's a set of very sharp, jagged teeth.
Dibs. I'm taking these.
What's with you and teeth and bones and things?
I'm a collector and they look intimidating.
Okay, yeah, I'll say all in all, you get roughly 6 teeth from the wasps.
Can I make a gun? No, I'm just kidding.
Can I rend its head off now that it's a corpse? Just as a kind of, yeah.
Sure, roll a strength check.
19?
Okay. Yeah, so are you ripping its head out or cutting it, or?
Oh, I'm like furiously cutting its head off.
Okay. Yeah, so you get the head off, and the teeth like retract back in as the jaw like, rigor mortis sets in and it closes back up, and it's just staring at you with white, lifeless eyes.
Wasn't doing that for any reason. I just kind of hate it.
Okay. By the way, just for clarification, it's not like to saying that I don't like teeth or whatever, it's like, that's not true, but I'm kind of interested in them. I find them fascinating.
I can tell.
But like, it's not like some weird pleasure or whatever, I just think they're cool and fascinating and intimidating.
Whatever
If
helps
you
you
need-
sleep at night.
Yeah, I mean, if some asshole thinks they're so awesome, just show them your collection of teeth and bones, and yeah, they will run for the hills. Like every average person will run for the hills, and city guards will probably get you arrested and executioned like on the next day or whatever. Yeah. That's why I'm carrying it around as a pillowcase.
Since we're all taking a little rest, Tony's gonna lay out his bedroll
Okay.
on the floor, gather around,
Mm-hmm.
take out that chest.
Okay.
Drop them as, oh, hello! I am Chef Tony. Welcome to my kitchen in the Startime Cave. Gather round, gather round. I will whip up a fine meal for you. And I open my chest, like, show it round to the group, like, take your pick of the most delicious food.
Ho ho ho, oui baguette. I make fun of Tony's accent.
We have some fish, right? I'm taking some.
We have some
it was
crab. I think
Yeah,
Oh
so.
yeah, crab. Let's have some
Yeah.
crab.
A fine choice, Mr. Campfire.
And please put spice on it because
I use burning hands and the entire cave goes up in flames.
I put my little pot on top of your hands. I pour my water skin into it. So what's left of the water skin.
By the way, how are the clams? Did you cook them?
I mean, it's been like 3 days or more, so.
They're probably not bad. Hopefully we
they're-
got some pearls.
Well, they are in water and they have black sand and other stuff.
Yeah.
Like we did feed them well.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I thought you guys were gonna check to see if there were any pearls forming yet.
Nah, I just wanna check if they're still alive.
Clams are still outside, I think, with death breakers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So,
When we come back, someone steals all our clams.
off my clams.
Okay,
Tony.
so then everybody goes back outside.
No.
Yeah.
We're camping down here.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that was
Gotcha.
planned, to avoid all the traps. If we're already here, going outside would be a bit of a, while we're at it.
Tony whips up a meal over Andrada's little campfire hands. The crab's in the pot, he puts some delicious magic spices on it. Says at the back, it says, "Our dinner is..."
They cook cane spices?
Yeah, the cocaine spices.
Okay.
And he hands out a crab to everyone.
Cheers.
Hardrada just chows down.
Nom nom nom.
And it is delicious for how long the crab meat has been like out and out of water. But otherwise, it's fairly good.
Nice.
Whatever, we get food poisoning, we die like men.
True that.
This
I mean,
isn't
it's
the
a
worst
very
thing
real
I've
possibility for me.
Yeah, this isn't the worst thing I've eaten. It's better than poisonous snake blood.
Should hope it's better than poisonous snake blood. Tony's like a little bit offended at that statement.
Oh, by miles.
In that case, I'll have a nap on my bedroll.
Okay. So yeah, essentially everyone is settling in for the night and taking the long rest. Okay, cool. So yeah, you take a long rest, and it's hard to tell what time of day it is when you awake, but you do wake up feeling refreshed and relaxed.
It's
Phenomenal.
still wearing the head.
Oh, you have phenomenal sleep, yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Tony?
what a rest. Yes.
The head.
You sleep well?
Oh, I did. I slept fantastic.
Tony.
Talia's gonna gesture like to Durga, like.
Did you all sleep fine?
Yeah, we did.
Absolutely.
Tony takes the hat off and still talks like that.
I slept in the hat. Definitely. I forget it's on at points.
He's the head now. The head took control of his body.
Oh.
I must now cook always.
Cook must cook.
Okay, well,
Symbiotic parasite.
Tony the hat.
au revoir, YouTube.